So, who wants to recap what happened in the last session?
Oh, me,
I
me,
missed
me.
part of
Oh,
it.
no, I wasn't here. That's right.
All right, Stefan, go for it. What did we do?
Sat around town, talked to a whole bunch.
Well,
Didn't get much done. Got out towards the mines.
Yep, that sounds about like
Told
every
the orcs.
session. Nailed it.
are you trying to tell us something, Jorah? You not like our pace? You want us to come on, step it up, never talk to any of your NPCs again? Just go from combat to combat? We could really just play Pathfinder 2 if you really want.
No. It's great. All right, so who wants to actually recap what happened in the last session?
I'll do it. I don't have an inspiration.
All
You
right.
weren't
Oh,
here
good. You
either.
better do it then.
Yeah, do it,
All
Secret.
right.
Do it.
And I can fill in the
So-
early parts if you want. The ones that you weren't here
Yeah,
for.
I'll fill in what I can after the because I came in right before we started talking to the overseer, essentially.
Okay. So at the beginning of the campaign, beginning of the session,
Campaign.
campaign, all the way back in
Once
the
upon a
beginning.
time, long time ago.
First, there was the light.
Zorg! Back at the
Careful,
beginning,
folks.
there was Zorg. Zorg appeared out of nowhere and started talking to a con artist.
Hey, Zorg, how you doing? You're the campaign.
Are we already starting? No
Yeah,
way.
we're
No,
about
we
to
literally
start.
just getting to the
30
recap.
We're almost
Yeah.
finished.
Oh, you just finished the recap?
No.
No, not even.
Okay.
Sorry, Zorg, continue to the point of the overseer and I can take over.
Okay. So at the very beginning, Ash and Zorg. Well, the party saw a bunch of carts that had mana crystals in them, and Ash and Zorg immediately went to go steal them. They also attempted to pick up the entire cart and move it. That was until Pyre stepped in and basically told them to stop. He noticed that there was a guard just in a dark corner of the room, and that guard also politely stepped up and asked them to return everything.
Why the fuck is this party so goddamn stupid?
Klepto mad at. Like the moment
Klepto,
they see
we
something
can't help
shiny.
Like,
for
the
it.
moment either
Oh, it's
Bones or I
shiny,
turn our
let's go get
fucking
it.
backs, you two are always up to something.
Hey, this was the time it was Zorg. All right, not Zaliel. Get the Z's right.
Okay, fine, you're right. Sorry. You three are always up to something.
I was just wanting to have fun.
We'll talk to you about what fun is later. Sorry, Jorah, continue.
Yeah, there's a little bit of lore stuff. The House of Steel has strict quotas, and those crystals are used for personal projects. They're not for sale. Pyre notices that the mines are essentially a safety hazard. There's not enough supports to safely keep the roof up, essentially. And Zaliel was also mentioned that he was thinking of joining in helping Ash and Zorg steal a whole bunch of crystals. They returned their crystals. The guard didn't believe them that they put all of the crystals back. And then you guys headed in to meet the Overseer, secret cast Detect Magic, and there you go.
I think I can take it from there. Yeah. So we started talking to the Overseer. The short version of what the Overseer had to say was there were reports of things going on, but there were never any verifications from higher-ups, just reports from the miners. Occasionally, he would try to verify some of these reports himself, but every time he tried to verify something, it would come up null. Some of the reports we had were the usual, what we heard before, like monsters, potentially monsters in some of these mines, and some things that I think we might have heard before, but I kind of forgot before that point, like such as mana crystals exploding on their own in the mines randomly.
You did hear that
Overseer had
before,
really, yeah. Overseer basically said he had really nothing ever to see from it. He had been requesting more and more help from the House of Steel since, it was their mine. even though he's the overseer, he doesn't really have any kind of, it seems like, recruitment power, at least on like the security side of things. So the House of Steel have been sending him very shitty security, which completely speculatory on my part. I think they're doing that on purpose. But that's just me. That's just a theory that Secret and Cool Cat have, not confirmed by anybody. We then went, before going into the mine, we decided to talk to some of the employees, because we were kind of pointed out to some people who could potentially give us their reports based on what the Overseer had as reports, where we ran into two old guys whose names I kind of forgot. Max, I want to call them Max and Smith. Yeah,
Boris
very
and
wrong.
Mason.
Boris and Mason, not even close. Okay. Boris and Mason, as well as the Hobgoblin Draggle. Drugel. And then the quote, I'm just going to call him, quote, the kid, because that's what Ash basically alluded to him as every fucking time. And essentially, what we got out of them was basically things that the Overseer had kind of told us was being reported. There was some interesting shenanigans. We found out the usual corporate stuff of trying to make the food go farther by putting dust in it to make the bread just look better than it actually is. So these people were eating tainted bread. Probably beknownst to the chefs because it was pretty obvious. I think it wasn't sawdust, right? It was just straight up like rocks, right?
Yeah,
Pretty much rock.
I
Yeah.
don't believe you've ever identified it, but it's not.
Okay, well,
sawdust.
the culprits we got were basically either sawdust or some kind of rock dust, right?
Yeah.
Was the guess. But not poisonous in itself, but probably something the human body or any kind of body shouldn't be ingesting unless you're like a rock monster. Which got some people
Probably
angry.
Nothing but Soylent Green.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But it got them at least to kind of sort of want to help us out because, oh, shit, fuck these people, which is good for us in a way. So the Hobgoblin, we learned a bit about him and, where he's from. He was part of one of the many Hobgoblin legions in Rodinia, right? Rivenera. Fuck, they're so close together. I can't
Yes.
listen.
They are
so
both
Rivenera,
part of the same empire.
Rivenera has a ton of hobgoblins. They keep slave there. The ones in Rivenera are very much similar to their normal hobgoblin counterparts, where it sounds like very Roman-esque. Legions, war, slaves, things like that. He asked for someone to take his fortune. I did. Dad granted me a vision because he always does. Thank you, Dad. Of him going fishing out in the bay or the body of water where the shipping comes in for the entire city-state, essentially, if I understand correctly.
Yep.
Where he was catching some fish, and one of the fish ate a lightning fragment that we're looking for. So, Secret's idea is, this guy is our business now, and we will be keeping him close, and we will be directing him to go fishing, as fate would have it, but we're going to change fate a little bit, where instead of him going to sell this to the powers that be, or threaten them, probably, we're going to get him to like us enough to help us by handing it over to us. How? I'm not sure yet, but in the interest of keeping that part on track to have a way for us to get the fragment, when he asked for my fortune, I told him, after he told us he wanted to take control of his life, and that's why he left Rivenera, I told him, hey, go fishing. You'll find your destiny there, and you'll probably find the way to control your life. Got him interested. We then asked Boris and Smith. Nope, that's definitely not their names. The old guys.
Mason. Boris and Mason.
Mason. Hey, where did you see some of those crystals explode so we can investigate there? And he was like, yeah, I'll take you. On our way out, we learned that they keep a cage at the two cave mouths to essentially make example of employees who steal before doing whatever with them. We went down I believe we went down the right path, right? What they called the poor mine, right?
I believe the left one was the poor one.
Okay. We went down the left one, but we were told from their banter, that's the poor mine. So not where the seasoned, more cushy miners get to go, or at least more seasoned miners get to go. On the way down, as a reminder to Jorah, Secret had also asked, hey, because he had mentioned there were odd groupings of which kind of looked like markings of some of the crystals. Yeah. So I just asked along the way, hey, if you see one of those while we're walking to our destination, point it out. And they said, okay. I think that's about everything. Did I miss anything important? Was a little bit long-winded, I know. I tend to be long-winded with my whatchamacallums.
So,
Great with events, terrible with names.
So I would have something to add. I think this was an out-of-character insight that you shared. You mentioned that Sarkava is very hands-off. You provide the fate, you provide the guidance, but you don't control, you don't change fate. Maybe it was in character when there was a bit of talking about that. So I don't know if you've changed your mind about that, but it's different than I remember. Does anyone else have input there?
So Sarkava, I believe that is out of character, but that was out of game. That there are true statements about Sarkava's personality that I don't want to go into right now. But you do know that he does also meddle with fate sometimes. He has literally changed people's fates before.
Oh, literally, like that's what our contract is. So I guess what I'm saying is, do you prefer the old version Cool Cat where your character was more like, I'm hands off, I'm giving him his fortune, I'm not controlling his fortune? Or are you the new version of, we're changing his fortune and making sure to use it to our advantages?
My job is to do my job, and if I have to change somebody's fate, so be it.
Mm-hmm.
That poor squirrel. Okay, now we know.
Pyre, I think I actually remember what you're talking about, but I think it was a little bit different. I think it was like Jorah warned Secret that not to meddle too much into it. Like if you can't, if you just tell him what's going to happen, it's not going to happen. Like, and Secret was like, oh yeah, no duh. Like, and so then y'all spoke in Celestial kind of back and forth about him being tied to fate.
Hopefully that was a good sign for him of us arguing back and forth in a heavenly language before telling him his fortune.
Zaliel's just like translating everything y'all say to the party, whispering like behind y'all.
Oh my gosh, I hope not.
I'm just kidding. He can, but he wasn't because he had a migraine.
And then
Kill
I start
him,
talking
Secret,
in
kill
Abyssal.
him, he's crossed the line. Truth teller.
Alright, next rock that falls, we'll push him under it. Oh no, I can't heal him. He's too far gone.
Don't trust Pyre, whatever he says, that if there's a passageway that's safe.
Yeah.
No, the rest of us can, just not Zaliel.
I'm glad I'm the last one.
I probably trust Zaliel the most because I trust him the least. That's such a weird thing.
It's funny.
I trust you to not be trustworthy, and it's satisfying to be right every time.
I mean, to also answer your question, Bones, towards the beginning of the campaign, Secret himself said that he believes that fate is the culmination of your choices that you make at that specific time and the result of the choices you made, and not just a thing that's set in stone, so to speak.
Maybe I need to start changing your choices.
Keyword being that changing somebody else's fate after seeing it falls very much in line with what he would normally believe anyways.
Party, our goal is to see how fat we can make Secret. Everyone making brownies. Don't let him stop eating.
What? I am not participating in this weird-ass fetish of yours.
Pastries, cakes, anything high in calories.
You
fat,
know,
sugar,
I'll bring the biscuits.
You're a friend, right? Secret, you'll eat this. I made it for you.
A quick
Secret. I'll have-
question. Is Dragul the Hobgoblin with us at the time? Going
Yes,
into the
Dragul's
mines
Yes.
with us.
Yeah, they're all coming, all 4 of them. That's why they're the marching order
Okay.
with us.
I will pull a couple of you aside and say, if it comes to this, let me know, and I'll talk to him and convince him to buy or to trade the shard for property. I can give him a deed with no cost.
Wow.
Stefan, figure out who you're pulling aside. Also, figure out what language you're using.
Well,
That's my recommendation.
I will have
Probably
to.
wants Secret, considering he's the one that had the vision.
Yeah, I would
Pyre
probably
is up
pull
front.
Pyre and Secret aside, since you're the guys that were working the vision. And,
Yes, we are the important ones. Ha!
And I'll talk to you in Abyssal.
I don't speak Abyssal.
I reply.
If
in
you start
primordial.
speaking Abyssal, I am going to look slightly concerned. But only
get concerned
slightly.
looks, Stefan, you get a lot.
Uh,
You okay with Draconic?
am I okay
Yeah.
with Draconic? He is. To spoil
Oh, I
it,
know he
I'll
is.
post my
We've
languages.
talked in Draconic before.
Yeah.
Okay. I assume I recognize Draconic. I will nod along.
I'm sure he can
I
translate it
think
for me
this
later.
is probably a good idea because he's going to recognize that it's valuable. And if he doesn't want to give it up willingly or voluntarily, we can try to get him to trade it for something valuable where he can be his own petty lord or whatever he wants to call himself.
Exactly. He wants to have control over his life. That's why he left Rivenera. So I think that's a great idea. My idea was just going to be bribing him into essentially joining our cause and using that as the metaphor for taking control of his life by saving the world and becoming a hero for it. But, a house probably also works too.
Well,
Probably works better, to be honest.
Most
He
of the
doesn't care
houses
about
that
keeping
exist
slaves.
are-
Tell him, hey, you can keep all the slaves you want on that house.
most of the houses are in town. There's just a couple of them out of town that are on estates. I don't know if I want to be that generous as to give him one of the
Well, give him.
small
We'll start
estates.
small.
We'll start
Well-
in with a good plot, a nice piece of land that he can develop into a.
Exactly. He
Yeah.
wants power.
He wants
What
power.
better power than investing in his future
Yes.
and for his future line?
exactly. Yes.
If I am even willing to lie about it and say I have great visions about this land, but only you can develop it.
It's probably true.
Probably will be. Yeah, I like this plan. After having it probably translated to me.
Anyway,
Back to
listening
it.
to this, I thought, this guy's going to have something valuable that everybody wants.
Yeah.
And if we can't have it, give it to us in goodwill, then maybe
Actually,
we can
that's a
trade
good.
it.
You just made me think of something. Jor, I forgot to ask you a question. When I have visions, right? Can I typically tell how far forward or how far back those visions are? Or just the events themselves? Like that vision I had, what does the vision give me a sense of like this will happen in a week, this will happen in 3 months, this will happen tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern time? Like
Only the season.
No. Only you can only get the time
context
by
clues.
inferring the context. Yes.
Okay. Do I have an idea? Was it still roughly the same season when I had the vision for him going fishing? Do I think?
Season.
Because I forgot. I totally forgot
It's
to ask
roughly
at that
the
point.
same season. It's still spring. Yes.
So it was a near future vision, not a 4 years from now vision. As far as I can tell.
Possibly, but it could be any spring. It could be, but he still looks roughly the same age
The same?
he does right now. Yeah.
Okay, so he doesn't look like he's 40 years older. Okay. Well, I guess that means I'm staying in town for a lot longer than I anticipated potentially.
Right. And there's that one piece of land I can't sell.
Yeah. Hey, I'll help you with it in the meantime. since you're willing to donate it for the cause. I'll make sure that you are compensated in some capacity.
The cause is the compensation.
You're too noble.
But, if you happen to run across a spare magic item you don't need,
You'll be my first. But yeah, I guess back to the marching order.
I think it's probably about the same as it's always been.
Yeah, I forgot where I was. You were up front. I remember that, Bones.
Yeah,
Right?
I was.
I think Stefan was under me, I think is what we decided. Or was I behind him? No, I think it was in the middle.
So Pyre was at the front, Stefan was right in front of Monica.
Okay, so...
Hold on, there's some things I need to check first.
It's fine. It's fine. It'll be okay, Jorah.
Okay.
I'm accepting my character build. All right, so I am in the front, guys. Don't worry, everything's secure. I got my numbers in order. Going down here.
Oh, by the way.
Further we go.
By the way, Secret, you notice. You do notice Ash. You do notice Ash, like nearby, listening in on the conversation.
Oh, fuck. He probably speaks... Do I know if lizard folk typically speak Draconic?
He's a lizard.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Is Draconic a common language in Moza? As far as I know?
No, I don't believe so. Not unless they have that by default in their base race. But I don't think so.
I think so, from like
Might be.
from their race.
Yeah, you get
but-
that from the racial buff, so you would know.
So
that
lizard folk
speak.
typically speak Draconic.
Yeah, it's one
at
of their
the very
default
least.
languages. Yep.
Okay. But would I know that?
Seeing how you're a northerner from Drenzis, you probably are very far detached from them, so you probably wouldn't know that unless that's something you went out of your way.
At the very least, I noticed he seemed like he was listening to the blabber.
Yes.
Okay. I can at least infer that much. I'm going to assume he knows what we said. And I'm going to assume that I'm going to have to put him in a headlock until he submits. But that'll be later.
It just reminds me of my people.
Now ask the question. Say the line, Ash. Say the line. What is family? Say it. It just makes me laugh every time he says it.
Just those deep flashbacks of terror.
PTSD intensifies. Okay.
Not taking advantage of this, Pyre will pipe up now that we're further down the mine shaft and out of the elevator and hopefully away from the other miners, at how horrible the safety is in here. Don't touch the pillars. Don't make loud noises. Don't throw spells that cause concussive blasts or eat up air. Don't ignite fluids that you don't know about. Don't ignite fluids you do know about.
I mean, Pyre, they probably already know. They were the ones who called it the poor mine, in case you forgot.
I think he's just telling me.
Maybe they...
I
wasn't
put back
expecting the miners
the
to
torch
make
that I was about to
mistakes.
light up, even though I got my night goggles.
I'll point to the miner with the longest beard. You. I need to put my eyes on front. Give them the rundown of survival down here. Assume that they're children at best.
Raises an eyebrow. Not that Pyre probably can see it.
Eyes forward.
All right. You guys are back marching down into the depths of the mines. What would every single one of you like to do, and I will resolve your actions one at a time. Feel free to post them.
While I'm supposed to be guiding, I am ordering that miner to do the filler. Besides that, using my knowledge of the mine. Not the mine, but mines.
I'm keeping my eyes out for any of those potential symbols I saw in my vision originally.
Filler.
I think he means to say the rundown of mine safety.
Rundown of the mine safety. Okay. Let's see. Rundown on the mine's safety. Okay. Let's... Okay. Since this is more so asking information for him, roll... We'll have you roll the history check to see how much he knows.
I feel great for that. Okay. I'm delegating and correcting. I feel like that's my contribution of being an active participant. It's a 19.
So he... Safety. There have definitely been some people who have died in cave-ins at this place. There are multiple winding pathways. In terms of safety, basically, if you start seeing some rocks or dust start falling from the ceiling, you should probably be a bit careful, because there have been cave-ins that follow directly after that. You also do want to watch your head. While we're heading down the mines,
the observation that with the two great big guys up front making all the thumps, that back in the back is a good safe place to be, because if something's going to fall, it's going to fall with them making all the, heavy footsteps.
At the very least, he's going to be using a route that he's used the oldest one is going to be using a route that he's used numerous times. It might take a little bit longer, but at the very least, it's presumably safe because it hasn't collapsed yet. Alright. Perception check to look out for anything. Okay. Zorg, make your perception roll. Look out for the back.
Give me 1 second.
You know what? This party is big enough that I'll let both of you make perception rolls.
Yeah, I didn't know, because I know how you don't like to double up on that, so I was also... My secondary idea would be trying to stealth behind the group, but I don't think that would work when there's a huge group, so...
Yeah.
Immediately tries to get lost.
Exactly. Right. Oh, even... I see nothing. Guys, I got it. Nothing's following us. Swear.
Nothing's in front.
Did you... So, Pyre, you didn't did you mention the safety hazards of this mine to the whole party, or was it just to the small group?
This is a discussion to the group that we're currently traveling with. I did not mention this in the lunchroom, specifically because I did not want to complain. One thing I think I may have paid attention to is while I was in the Overseer's office, who did the construction of the mine or why it's so crappily maintained would be a concern, but that's more of a recollection than a preemptive search.
Okay.
So, you know, you don't have to do that right now, but it's in the back of the mind. It's being chewed on.
Okay. Zorg and Zaliel, I mean, so, have either of you been, mine delving or cave spelunking before?
Just once, and it was horrible.
And you, Zorg?
Probably. Most likely, yes.
Most likely, yes. Okay. For Zaliel, you're getting distracted by all the shiny things. You're... In the back of your head, you do notice, these are the shiny mana crystals that you did take an interest in earlier. So, I don't know what exactly Zaliel is going to do, but you are a bit dazzled by them. You know, it is a little tempting. Maybe you could try to, you know, snap a crystal off, take it as a souvenir, or potentially sell it. You know, a little bit of intrusive thoughts in your head.
Ooh, shiny likey. I shouldn't.
I stab his hand.
Zaliel, go grab some. Zaliel, go grab some.
Is anyone else at the very back of the party besides Monica? She's the only one who can really stop me.
Yeah.
This is... Oh,
Do you
gosh.
really dare to challenge Monica?
Listen, I'm hoping that Monica's got this, but this is how
She
Zaliel would react.
literally has Dimension Door.
Did you not hear what the DM just said in Zaliel's head? Okay, this is the only action he can take at this point. All right, I can't hold him back.
If you want, yeah, if you want to
on the
steal.
shoulder.
Do you yell shiny or do you just say it?
It's kind of like, you know, exasperated, like, ooh, shiny likey. I don't want to think bad thoughts anymore. I just want to touch, just see, and just kind of like put my finger on one of the mana crystals. That's it. That's all he would start with.
Stefan's going to step back and whisper in your ear. Half of what you gather, or I'll tell him. And then Stefan is also going to refresh his fiendish vigor, which he hadn't done since last game, and then roll the same number.
Well, just being encouraged by Stefan is not good. Okay.
I was discouraging you.
You were very much
discouraged.
encouraging.
She said, "Give me half, or I tell."
Yeah, half of what you get. I know he's going to steal some.
I wasn't gonna take anybody.
Oh, you're
I mean,
sneaking. You're just going to admire it and decide that you needed it more than somebody else. So it wasn't
looking at
stealing.
Stefan, I hear what he says, and
Are you a
just looking at
kinder?
him. I just, oh,
Are
Stefan,
you a
I don't.
kinder in disguise?
What?
Oh my god.
I don't
John
even know
is
what you're
literally giving
talking.
me PTSD to the race I hate so fucking much. I fucking hate them. Oh, you can't hate them because they're just such cute thieves.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'll shut
And
up.
they really aren't thieves. Things just sort of stick to them.
So Pyre will glance back, not seeing them, and will say to the old miner, so what is the magical repercussions of casting non-volatile spells down here?
And he just kind of looks at you and says, well, I mean, cast a spell and find out, because people who work here are typically unskilled in the arts of magic.
Yeah, everyone, try not to cast spells on the crystals.
And Stefan, while he was hearing what was being said and being exasperated, his hand was naturally now on one of the crystals. And I don't even know what you're talking about, Stefan. And yank. Oh, didn't mean to. Natural reflex. I try and yank the crystal out.
How
All right,
far away am I from him again?
I'm just
You're pretty
letting
far
you.
away.
You're up front. Yeah, you're
yeah.
up front.
Damn it.
We're currently in marching order right now, so you're really far away from him.
I'm just letting you know, Joe. You know, I'm not. You put a boulder on your head. I'm not saving you.
It's okay. Just it's me going with the character. I'm just letting him.
I'm just.
I know he's gonna
warning
die.
You.
I understand this. Okay, I knew going in what I was getting into. I'm just letting you know out of character. I got you. I understand completely.
I
I'm
love
just-
you, Joe, but I'm just saying.
I know.
Hey,
It's
if the
okay.
plague doctor's a necromancer, I'll ask for a favor.
Okay, Zaliel, roll a strength check.
Oh
Strength or
God.
athletics.
Yes.
Up to you.
Strength check, right? It's a straight strength check.
Yep.
5.
Like, you try to yank it, and you kind of pull a bustle a little bit. Like, wow, this thing's a bit more secure than I thought. Like
you're like, natural reflex. Oh, I think I just popped my shoulder out. Oh god, Stefan. Oh god, get the medicine
real
kit
natural fucking reflex. What do you do for fun? I pop my shoulder out of place.
It wasn't on purpose. I just the hand just wouldn't let go. These things they get in your mind. Be careful. Don't stare at the crystals.
Do we hear the pop if we're in the back with him?
if his shoulder was dislocated, then yes, the guys closest to the back would definitely hear that pop.
Gonna
That's
turn
something
around.
Zaliel does and undoes, just as a freaky thing, as being part of the.
You can.
Yes,
You can. I don't
sweet.
want you to be crippled with one less arm.
No, I had faith in Stefan's medicine kit. All right, he tried to pull it out before. I knew he had it.
Gonna look at him. What are you doing?
It was in my head. You don't understand. Do these things have voices? Do they talk? Anyone else? Don't stare at
Perhaps
the
we
crystals.
should tie your hands to your legs.
Then I would be incredibly ineffective at everything else I do. All right, we're down here in the dungeons now, so let's clean it up. Come on. All right, just don't look at the crystals. Hey, Stefan, you should be backing me up on this one. Come on. He told me he was gonna have half, so I was just trying to help a brother out.
Please tell me you did not encourage him, Stefan.
No, I tried to discourage him.
What? See, and people think I'm the liar. Just eyeing, with the fingers back and forth.
Keep it up, and I'm putting you in the cage on our way out.
Says the cat. I mean,
Yeah?
sorry. That was mean. That was wrong. I apologize. That was too far. That was personal. I'm sorry. I'm just trust me
You
on
see,
this one,
this
guys.
Monica racism is alive and well.
Yes,
for
I understand. I just was an ist after saying don't be an ist. I got it. I fucked up. All right. But seriously, no, I'm being serious. It was in my head. These crystals, they were in my head. You don't understand. There's something weird going on down here. Besides what
I'm
we already know.
aware.
Yes,
That's why I'm
besides-
asking you to not touch anything.
Okay. I'll try. That's what I'm trying to do.
Please and thank you. It is
that's-
also for your survival as well as ours.
I understand. It wasn't like I was initially trying to. I was trying to make sure nothing crept up behind us, and then all of a sudden, it's like, ooh, shiny crystal. Oh, come grab me. Yes, grab me. And I'm like, oh, that's a little forward. He's like, yes, grab me. And I'm like, okay.
I'm going to turn around and keep walking. And I'm just going to trust him, which is an incredibly poor idea, I'm aware. But yeah, I'd like to use perception to see if I see any of these symbols I had been seeing before.
You just hear Monica just whispering a little bit as she's writing. The mark of visage can create kleptomaniac tendencies. Fascinating.
Can I roll perception?
Yeah. Go ahead and roll perception.
Never mind.
Roll with advantage because you did ask them, and they would be able to point out if they see anything as you're.
That's
headed down.
better. I'll take that.
So you're looking out for them, and you don't see anything. They tell you that the rumors of the marks are much, much further down. So you'll have to wait until we're further on in our journey.
Closer to where the crystal explosion last happened?
Supposedly, yes.
Okay. Well then, fair enough. Secondary objective, keeping an eye on our teammates, make sure they don't disappear. Because this place is weird. So occasionally I'm going to be doing head counts.
Okay.
So there's 10 of them.
I'll keep that in mind when people
1,
start
2,
doing
3,
GM
4,
stealth
5,
checks
6.
again.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, I'm just going to announce to everybody. Secret is doing head counts.
Okay.
Ash!
Cast minor illusion. 2 extra
Yeah.
heads on my shoulders.
You
If
know
I had
what?
it, I'd do that.
That does not get you 2 extra shares of payment. As funny as that would be.
Yeah, I don't think I've got minor illusions, but if I had it, that's what I do with it. When he starts counting heads, no, I don't have it.
What about Coco?
Yes, I will even count Coco just in case Coco disappears.
Coco's like my familiar. There 1 minute, gone the next.
Speaking of which, do you have your familiar out right now, Stefan? Because I'll add it if you do.
He's here, but he's invisible. I'll just pull him out if you want.
Okay.
Just to,
I'll put him out just so I remember that your familiar's out.
okay. Why don't you
Give him...
seems like I can't get rid of either one of them.
Is there...
That's
Did you add
weird.
it onto the map?
I put one on and you put one on. I can't get
I
rid of
see one.
mine.
I see one. I'll delete that one. Okay. I'll just leave the one right there.
Okay.
If there's any other one, let me know.
Okay, and I can't move that one.
Oh, is that not bound?
I'll bet you we haven't gotten that done yet.
Wait, but you do have control of it, don't you? Yeah, you've got control. Okay.
Well, take yours off and let me try putting a new one on and see if I do have control.
It does list that you have control, and it does represent... Oh, wait. Maybe... Oh, I think I know.
No.
Yours
Still
is probably... It's probably bound to the original sheet that was derived from, so I need to rebind it to the new sheet you actually do have control of, so give me a second. Sorry.
Sure. No problem. I didn't even know it. So I tried to move it.
Raven familiar represents save apply token defaults. Yes. Okay, try now.
Nope.
Nope. Oh, that still says it represents imp. How come it didn't update? Okay. Upgrading new one. Okay, now move it.
Yeah.
There we go. It's always weird whenever you duplicate character sheets. It always wants to bind it to the original character sheet rather than the new one.
Yeah.
Okay. And Ash, you just gonna start drinking? You gonna start getting drunk?
Yeah. I'm hoping a little bit of drinking's gonna, just keep me occupied long enough to get in and out of here so I don't steal any of these crystals or eat them. Since I'm being watched. I got
Alright.
Dad over here, fucking helicopter parent.
Make a Constitution saving throw. Let's see how well you can handle your... Was it strong liquor that you had before? I forget what you had with Johnny.
Yeah, for the flask I asked for some strong liquor.
Okay. Make a Constitution saving throw.
Give me one quick second. Oh, there it is.
Alright. I mean, you are feeling buzzed right now. Life feels good. You probably do have the occasional invasive thought of all of these shiny things. I mean, you had them in your hands at the beginning of the mine. Although they're not as refined as the crystals Zaliel had earlier, I mean, they're still shiny. But at the very least, you're keeping yourself preoccupied for now. Alright.
I'm here to drink and steal shit.
As you guys are walking, you have been speaking about the mine safety, and where Boris, the Elder Miner, is leading you. And you do notice an area that seems to be like a very long stretch of tunnel that doesn't seem to have any supports in it at all.
Does it look like the tunnel is hewn by picks, or does it look like it is naturally formed?
It's most likely by picks.
Okay. And it's the way forward, right?
It's
Those are
one
some
of the ways
strong little
forwards.
sticks.
If you wanted to bypass that, then Boris could probably redirect you guys to a different route.
So I'll look down and I'll talk to Boris. He's the Longbeard, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh
I am
shit! I
referring
just
to him
remembered
in
what I should
character
have
as
been
Longbird.
doing.
Go, Pyre. What'd you say?
All right. Longbeard. There's no supports down this tunnel. Why?
Why? It's up to the miners to start putting the supports up. I guess the guy who was supposed to put supports up in this area just didn't feel like it and didn't put any up. If we're really bothered by that, we could use a different route.
Yeah, I'm bothered. All right, DM, one last look down that tunnel. Any skeletal remains? And any bloody marks or claw marks on the ground? Something that disrupts the dirt.
Okay. Just a reminder for me, all of you guys have 60 feet of dark vision, right?
Yep.
Stefan, I don't think does, but I could be wrong.
Okay. Alright.
I believe mine's 90 feet.
90 feet.
Oh,
Okay.
he said I can see better than you.
He is superior, but I will never admit it.
So secret, do you have dark vision?
I'm at the back, so yes, I do. 60 feet.
So we all have.
Lyle?
Yep.
See? And then
Yes.
we
SMR.
How do we?
Oh, no,
We can-
wait a minute.
can all
Wrong
see in the
character.
dark.
They'll get 60.
Okay. Everyone 60.
We'll live.
Never mind.
That's like I
Stefan
said,
doesn't?
It's no, he
I
has
was
60
thinking
feet. He
the
doesn't have
character I was playing
90.
the other night.
The beautiful
It's
thing
always
is we're
more
carrying
weird in
lanterns.
5e when they don't have vision
Yes.
at this point.
It's fun when
Lizard
we're
folk
carrying lanterns
don't,
for each
but
other, thinking we
thank
don't.
God for those goggles.
Dude, I've been carrying torches this whole time.
It's all right. We'll find a use for 'em.
Same.
All right. So,
I mean, the miners have torches out. They don't have dark vision.
those aren't people. All right. So Pyre will turn back to the group after failing to see things, and he'll say, "Who is a tracker? Who can read the ground?"
I have a pretty decent read on
All right,
it.
secret. See what you can divine. I'm looking for bloodstains, bones, things that are out of place. A reason why
Would this be perception or survival, GM?
Unless you're actually walking into that passageway physically, it's going to be perception.
All right. Another 20.
There, in this particular tunnel, there don't seem to be remains, but you do notice the roof. I mean, you don't trust the roof; it gives you a bad feeling.
Gonna look at Pyre and say, no remains, but the roof looks bad. Very bad. I wouldn't go in there.
Well, but I. Okay. Deep breaths.
No
All right,
remains, no
secret.
blood stains.
Okay, that's what I wanted to know. We can send the expendable. Our friends. Shakes his head.
The miners give you a look.
Ignore him. He has a terrible way with words.
We shall not go this way. All right, if you have good eyes, I will point out the hazards. You point out the paths we need to take. The reason why we're down here is to hunt monsters. Crystals along the way, great, but monsters is first and foremost. So
And
what
I'm
do
here
monsters
for the
do?
weed.
They have tracks.
Well, then let's keep going, and I'll keep looking. Head count, GM. Is anybody missing yet?
Nope, not at the moment.
Not even Coco?
Not even Coco. You can still see Coco sitting on Monica's lap as she's taking her notes.
Damn, woman.
So,
All right.
What was the weed called in here again? Because I definitely want to be looking for these herbs. See if I can use.
It was the mushrooms.
I believe these are Stormcress. Mushrooms are grown in a more humid environment.
You said it's Ervalian Tranquil Leaf.
Erovian Tranquil Leaf is the marijuana, but that doesn't grow down here. That was
It's
the
from my homeland.
Yeah, that.
What is
next to your homeland.
Stormcrest? What is Stormcrest?
Next to mine, yeah. Sorry.
Stormcress. Stormcress. Do I actually have the botanist guide? Did I mark that down? No, it's not one of the ones that were marked down. Stormcress is something that's used in alchemy, and you might not be savvy to it, but when Ash meets the Plague Doctor next time, he might begin to be savvy on all the foreign fauna that would be useful for potion making.
what about the rarity? Oh, we know the guards collect it, so it must be either dangerous or valuable.
It has some value.
It's for my nerves, man.
And there's only one way to find out. You've played Skyrim.
I have glaucoma.
Man, Ash doesn't even know what glaucoma is. Okay, he might. That was very mean of me.
Don't be an ist.
Okay,
Alright,
racist.
I was waiting for it.
All right, DM, we're going down alternate routes. What is available?
What is available? Hold on. I need to check my reference.
We're trading ready
Currently,
to collapse tunnel for what's behind tunnel number 3 or tunnel number 2.
so the tunnel that you are going to be bypassing, so there are 2 tunnels. So you're going to be taking the right tunnel if you're not taking the left tunnel.
I feel funneled, but all right, let's go. Taking
Okay.
the right tunnel that is not cracked on the ceiling and does not look like it's about to collapse without supports.
All right. You guys
Can I
continue.
choose to split the party?
We're not supposed to use spells down here, huh?
I mean, if you want, you can just run through that passageway, and I don't, unless someone unless Pyre or Zorg stops them.
You think Pyre's going to shout at you as you go down a dangerous passageway? All right, you do you, man. Do what your character would do.
Yeah, it's up to you.
If-
If you want to dash down, you can. It's up to Zorg if he wants to try to stop you if he notices that you're dashing past.
I feel like there's something down there. And
Do
I
you
need
want to go
find
check?
out what it is.
It's your life.
Yeah, it's your life.
I would expect me to come after you.
I'll just stick with the party for now.
Okay.
Alright, good.
Smart choice.
I don't have to whip
I
out
like-
the net.
If you do start feeling hungry again, go down the other path.
No,
Wait
just tell
5
me, I'll
minutes.
sit on him.
Not gonna lie,
Oh,
that was
now
the
you wanna get
funniest
rid of-
fucking part of that session. Just throwing him in the net and dragging him off while he's
All right. So
Oh, it looks like that guy's the culprit. We'll be taking him. Wait, but hey.
So
I was
continue,
kind of hoping that they would accidentally break character. We're like, no, that can't be him because we did it. You know, like, oh, really? Really? And then that's when we pounce. Anyways.
All right. It doesn't take long for you guys to go down the other tunnel when you come across a three-way fork in the road. The miners want to direct you down the left route, but you can insist on any of the other routes. Judging from a first glance, there seems to be an abundance of crystals in the left and the right, and the middle one seems to be a tunnel, all of them carved out by picks.
Now that we're at our second fork, DM, important question. Have the torches lined up with what we were told?
Yes. All the torches are on the right as you are descending.
Do I
Alright.
notice any plants around us?
You notice some plants growing around the crystals, particularly on the right side. You also hear like rocks falling to the ground on the left side.
Man, my curiosity's killing me with that left side. With the sickle in hand, I'd like to try and get some of the plants that are around the crystal. I'm not gonna try and take the crystal, because Papa Pyre.
Papa
Is the-
Pyre never said anything about taking crystal. He said something about being searched when we leave.
So who's gonna suitcase him again?
Who has the bag of holding?
Oh, I was wanting to go with someone with the Grand Canyon.
If you want to make Monica a partner in crime, you could have her just dimension door her way past the guards.
Yo.
But
I bet
you'll
Manaka
need
would be down to do some crime.
you'd need to get
Stefan,
Stefan's permission.
can we get your permission? You were wanting half of the loot. I feel like with more hands, we could make that happen.
No. Can't risk it.
Gotta risk it for the biscuit. Alright, well, I am just gonna continue, pulling some of those plants, even though I don't know if they'll be good for me for any.
So you will need to go into the right passageway some way around something like 50 feet. So it's not something that's very close that you'll be walking past. So you'd have to actually tell the party, hold up and go down the right path, or suggest that they go down the right path.
Well, I guess before doing that, as we're walking, I'm just like, hey guys, so how much of a hurry are we in?
Why do you ask?
I'm intrigued by that green over there. It's
Light blue.
kind of weird how I'm seeing these plants growing around crystals and science, bitch.
Plants growing around crystals.
It's unnatural for me. I came from the
Survival? Could I identify the plants from here? I have survival. Does this look like it's down one of the dangerous paths?
Make a survival roll. Pyre, if you want to check, you can make. This would be a perception roll to check the safety of these three paths. And since we're making a whole bunch of rolls, if anyone else wants to do anything, you can feel free to type it out in chat, and I'll resolve them as we get to them. I'll resolve Pyre's check, or whoever wants to check the safety of these routes first.
I wouldn't really know what mines look like, so I'm not gonna offer my expertise.
All right, so the middle is falling around. Is the miner's suggestion? The
The
left, I
left is
think.
the one. The left is their
Okay,
suggestion.
left is their suggestion. The middle is.
A corridor. It looks like a corridor. The other two look like they lead into rooms that have a whole bunch of crystals in them.
Okay, so
And-
they're dead ends, essentially, just crystal rooms.
Yep, and you heard some rocks falling on the left side. You see some
Which was-
plants growing on the crystals on the right side.
Okay. Okay, so we are on the far left. In the middle, crystal room. Far right, crystal room. The far right, crystal room. I think is just crystal room. The middle route is rocks that are falling in the crystal room.
I'll type it out.
Never mind. I'm sorry,
type
I'm
it.
trying to draw these things.
Okay, I might as well just literally show you the map because I do have. Okay,
Do it. That's so much easier than me having to do this.
so you guys are right here. You guys are right here. So the left side has rocks falling down it, and it leads to crystals. The middle is just a hallway. The right also has crystals, and it has plants growing in it.
You said plants growing around the crystals.
Yeah, plants growing around the crystals.
Well, that's weird. I can't use text on the map. Oh well. Probably left like 50 text boxes for you. Okay. Anyways, so Pyre turns to the Lords and Miners. You know, they're directing and whatnot. But why do you want to avoid the crystal rooms? You came here for crystals, yes?
They wanted to go to the left route. This is where they wanted to go through.
Okay, they wanted to go this way. Middle route is empty. This side is not empty. This side has plants. This site does not have plants.
It does not have plants, but it does have rocks. Rocks, well, the sound
Yeah.
of rocks falling.
Alright, so Pyre will kind of frown at them. Didn't you say that we should avoid places where rocks are falling?
But we also need to investigate what probably causing the issues. One way to find out. Looking.
Yes,
Oh,
I know that. I'm talking to Brewis.
Horus says,
Longbeard.
well, I think there should be enough supports in that area. It should be fine. But occasionally, it's not unusual to have the odd rock fall once in a while, but if you're really that worried about it, I suppose we could go down the right side instead.
Glancing at people, DM, who has helms on and who does not?
Although their art doesn't show it, all the miners would have helms on.
I would say Pyre has a helmet because his prior suit did. I assume this one is complete. Zorg, do you have a helmet?
No. No armor.
Zaliel, do you have a helmet?
I don't think so.
Stefan, do you have a helmet?
Unless the miners gave us helmets when we came in.
Nope,
Awesome.
they didn't hand you any.
Were there any around?
You like...
Literally
there
still
probably aren't
Miner's helmet.
Because if they're laying around, I'd have grabbed two of them. One for me and one for Monica.
I don't believe, they would not, you wouldn't have a bunch of spare helmets lying around, at least not without asking the miners where they were first.
Okay. Well, Pyre
Well,
has
if they're
gone through the
wearing
list.
them, we should have been asking.
Pyre has gone through the list far enough. He'll point out those who have helmets that he can see, and he points them to go to where the miners said they want to go. He directs everyone else to go in the opposite cavern. Don't go far. We will reconvene at this three-way section. Are we understood?
Wait,
Yes.
what?
Why
You
are
want to
you
go
wanting
investigate?
to leave the
So that essentially means that Pyre plus the 4 miners will be going down the left side, because I don't think anyone
Yeah.
else has a helmet.
Mm-hmm. So
Oh,
Pyre
okay, so
says
he's going with them. Okay.
they
While
work.
he's doing
We know it's
that,
fairly
I will
secure.
sneak my way over towards the rocks.
It's fairly secure. I can watch them. You guys can go investigate and come back for me.
Hold on.
Unless
I might be able to join you. Give me 1 second.
So this
Unless-
is where we are right now.
Unless we want to do all these things as a group, in which case, wait in this intersection so you don't get hit in the head by a stupid rock, and we'll come back for you.
I'm going for my plants.
Zorg will be fine if he gets hit in the head.
Yeah, but Pyre doesn't know that.
Yeah, but that's not the side with the plants, Ash. It's the side that's not raining rock where the plants are.
Wait, you want to
Yeah,
go that way now?
I'm not going where the rocks are falling. I am
go with
going
Ash.
where
Okay,
the
We're all
rocks with the
going
plants
in
are
that
going
direction
around.
because I was going to go investigate them.
Yeah. Literally, DM, the way I would like this handled is unless Pyre is being eaten, Pyre is defending the miners, party goes away. Focus on the party.
Okay. All right. So, unless any of you really want Pyre to stay, Pyre is going to be headed off to the left side with the miners. If you none of
With
you,
all of the miners? Then,
It sounds like it.
God,
Unless
Zaliel's
you
gonna
want
do
to
something
stop him.
stupid. He will speak up, but he probably won't be able to stop Pyre. He'll just say like, "Oh, I think we might want to stay together, like Stefan said in the city. But okay, if you're gonna go, hold on." And I take my magnetic cup and I put it on my head. I'll come with you.
So,
I forgot
Pyre
you
is
had
like-
that.
If you have a helmet, you can come in. If you don't have a helmet, either stick with the group and investigate that one cavern that's very close to us, or you stay in this entryway. Those are the options you have. You wait or you go. Follow me. You need a helmet, unless we need help.
Well, or we can wait and
Franz
figure something
smiles
out
and
that can
says,
work.
There's
But I got
other
this
things
helmet,
to
which is a
protect you other than a helmet. Slings off his shield, holds it up above Monica in his head, and says, "We will go with you."
Okay. We have options there.
Okay.
People do what
There
you
are
can.
other
with
people
helmets.
with shields too, if they want to use them.
Just don't get hit in the frickin' head.
All right.
Your options
And-
are.
Yep. So,
Is anyone else comfortable with makeshift helmets?
I have a shield that I can put over my head, but
Excellent. Pyre
Left
is
or
the
right?
safety manager.
left or right, Zorg?
So then
I wanna go
everybody's
with- I wanna
going
go
over
with-
towards.
I'll go with Ash.
Okay. 3 people
You don't
go
have
off
to
to
come
the right.
with me, dog.
I'll stick with you, Ash.
Oh, then
Alright.
stay in the middle and look at both ways where he can kind of try and keep vision. If they get beyond vision, he'll have to choose a direction.
All right. I'm just gonna copy and paste you guys from the world map over here.
There's one real quick question. Which way is the compass pointing?
Compass.
The
Pyre
watch.
has it.
Do you have the compass, Stefan?
No, Pyre has it.
I have not opened it. There you go, DM.
Okay.
I remember where my watch is at all times.
Oh yeah, we're out of the city. Zorg, you're going with Ash, right?
Hmm.
Yep.
Pyre hands you the compass before he leads the miners out.
Heck yeah.
You got the compass. It's yours. And
I
you're
open up the
not in view
compass.
of the
Just
miners.
crack it.
I'll wait until the miners are out of sight.
All right. Well, me and Ash are going to the right.
I'm going with you because I want to see these plants.
All right.
These plants are highly unusual to be down here.
I thought you were supposed to be investigating Zaliel or watching over him.
I
No,
trust
like-
Pyre to do it. Pyre is basically my right-hand man in this situation. I already told Pyre he has execution rights.
God damn.
Awesome.
Okay.
Where's Zaliel going? Is Zaliel going with him?
I'm
Just
trying
stand in the
to
middle.
keep everyone in vision is what the goal was, and if someone gets out of vision, I'm gonna go that kind of direction to try and keep tabs on both parties if that's possible.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
the miners are out of line of sight now.
Because I have something I can do to help us if that.
It looks like they're out of our line of sight. Yeah.
yeah, like
Okay,
frankly,
yeah.
just go into the room and around the corner. If something eats you, then you probably don't want a compass in hand. If something doesn't eat you, then open it then.
Okay.
Come on.
You guys will go
Pyre-
further into the room. Okay.
Pyre guards that entrance. He directs someone, he does not point out who, to guard the other entrance to simply be able to see Zaliel. And we can do this makeshift vision.
Yes, the relay is exactly what I was trying to do.
Now it would have to be.
Sorry, my dogs are going
Stefan, since
crazy.
The miners are going to get.
Oh,
gather
couldn't
a
it be
few
Stefan's familiar?
crystals. You could do that too. That would be fine too. Do you want to send your familiar off to the other entrance of this room, Stefan?
Over here.
Yeah, to do
Okay.
like a visual relay essentially. So
Yeah.
somebody sees Pyre, Pyre sees whoever's here, then that person sees Zaliel, and then that person sees secret, I guess, because Ash doesn't want to be seen.
Yeah, it's not going to be perfect, but we'll
Actually-
get this figured out, guys.
Stefan has just decided this is stupid. To break
Well, I mean-
the party up like this doesn't make sense.
That's why we're trying to do a visual.
People without helmets don't want to wait.
It's not like I plan to go any farther. I am just literally gathering crops.
Okay. We're just going to resolve the right side first. So, you step into the room. There's nothing funny in here. You just see, a number of supports holding up the walls. You can also see a number of crystals on the side of the walls. Doesn't seem like anything funny. You can definitely see there are some plants growing next to the crystals. Secret, you've heard of Veeran Stormcress before? This is definitely Stormcress growing next to these crystals. So how are
Anything
you
special about it?
So
Like, is it used in
Stormcress-
potions?
Yeah, Stormcress is used in potion making. It's not quite as potent as, say, the magic mushroom with its hallucinogenic properties, but
Mm-hmm.
it's definitely like a relaxant. Not to the point of tranquil leaf, which is the equivalent of marijuana, but
Okay.
yeah.
I think I know a certain somebody who'd be able to do something with these. So staying within sight of Zaliel, I'll gather what I can. While also keeping them in my sight too. So I can take some back later for cast to potentially figure out what to do with these. Because if anybody would know that I know, it's him.
Okay,
Nice,
so both
so-
We could either
would
sell
we
them or
split
just
the
have
room?
fun with it.
I want to collect the herb too.
all three of you collecting.
Yeah, and
So
I
we're
want to
splitting it
Yeah,
three
but-
ways then.
crystals in the room too.
Yeah, we can split it
Yeah.
evenly 3 ways if we all are collecting.
All right, one
Oh,
of
yeah.
you make a survival roll with advantage.
Mine's +5.
Yeah, you're the best then. I'm +3.
Wisdom caster for the win. Never
Oof.
mind.
Oof. Okay.
I rolled a 2 and a 3. I could
Make it-
roll inspiration if you guys really, really want the plant.
Well, Ash
Do
is
that
an
before they.
alchemist or a potion brewer,
True.
so the plants are semi-important.
Yes, but
I mean,
also
like, if
so
you
is
can't get
potentially
'em
spotting
here-
traps to save your life.
We-
Yeah,
I think
if you
everybody
can't get
has
him
it
here,
first.
it's fine. I'm pretty sure we're gonna be able to run into more rooms with more stuff. I mean, like, it's fine.
All right,
We'll
I
have
won't
another
use
chance.
my inspiration for now. I'll just keep it as is. Hopefully it's an 8 DC. Maybe we got really lucky. Nah.
Secret, make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh my fucking god. Alright. 15.
Okay, so you
With
avoid
advantage
it. Okay.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to roll that with advantage, but it was still my first roll.
Yeah.
So, Secret. Secret, like, all three of you are, like, you're around various crystals, beginning to hack away the Stormcress from the crystal. And then all of a sudden, you notice that one of the crystals begins to crackle and fizz. And immediately sensing danger, you drop everything and you just take a jump back as the crystal explodes. And it's essentially vaporized. Like, Zaliel, you clearly see that. Everyone else in the other room, you can hear that explosion.
The fuck was that?
Our reported crystal explosion. I'm fine, by the way, thanks.
I can see you.
As he's fine, you see a green thumbs up in like the left chamber where Zaliel cast minor illusion. Like, it's okay.
Can I examine the... Fuck, this actually might be worth it. Because we don't necessarily have much time here. I will go ahead and use a first level spell.
Okay.
To just straight up cast Detect Magic and see what's in the area. Because I don't want to risk the magic fading in 10 minutes or whatever might it causes if it's magical.
Okay. You can detect evocation magic. In the general air, it was very strong in the crystal, and you can sense it in varying strengths of the crystal, and it seems to increase in intensity the farther north you go.
What about the fragment that just exploded? Those fragments.
It's very high in evocation magic, but you can sense that crystals further north seem to have more evocation magic.
So it wasn't potentially the amount of magic in this area that set them off, whatever it was, is what I can infer, right?
Yeah.
Can I tell if there's anything else minute on the one that exploded? Maybe a different type of magic that maybe mixed, intentionally set off, accidentally set off?
How are the plants looking around that?
Dead. Completely fried and vaporized. So you try to see if there's anything that set it off, that triggered the explosion, but you don't seem to sense any additional magic besides evocation.
So in other words, what I'm sensing here doesn't make any sense to me. Because if crystals farther north have more than that and are just fine, and they're all roughly the same size, right? Roughly?
Roughly, yeah.
Okay. Secret's going to be kind of kneeling down at the fragments and saying, none of this makes sense. None of this makes any sense.
Speaking of which, Zorg, were you intending to open up that compass? You have that, right?
Yes, I was intending to open the compass.
Okay.
Indeed.
So Zorg opens up the compass, and it points to the northwest. It's
down here?
Pointing to the north, but it's pointing to the northwest. Yes, from where you are on the map.
Okay.
Shit. Fuck, we might actually need to distract the miners.
Oh, I can't hear you. Never mind.
Technically, I mean, like, I understand what you're wanting to go, trying to do. At least I think I understand what you're trying to do. But we were trying to use them to guide us to whatever the fuck the issue is, right?
Right. What I want to see from the compass is it pointing down this hall, or is it pointing down this hall? They said northwest, but what I'm trying to find out is, like, this one potentially also kind of dips up northwest, whereas this one is more north, but kind of goes west.
And the other one's
So I-
west. And then the other one's west, then north.
Right. So I'm kind of wanting to. What I'd like to do is maybe if Zorg can walk a little bit closer, because it looks like the miners probably won't. If you were to go, like here, according to this. Well, hold on. Let me double check that. According to this ruler, if you were to go like here, or even here, or here, or here, or even here, it does not look like there would be line of sight. If I'm reading this ruler right. So, like, Zorg, if you went to where my arrow is, you probably would have a pretty decent... Because, look, like, if you look at my ruler from the guy who's most likely to see you, there's a wall.
Yeah.
So if you were to go there, yeah, then you could actually go there, and then you probably know for sure which tunnel the compass is pointing down. If you trust my plan.
I could do it, yeah. Oh, wait. I can only move 6 squares, though, 30 speed.
We're not in
Well,
combat
we're not
right
in
now.
initiative. We're not in initiative.
Alright,
So
then that's
theoretically, you should be okay.
sit right here. Ash is in line of sight now, though. From where he is.
Well,
But
yes,
you're the
but
one with the
Ash is
compass.
okay. Ash isn't holding the
Guys, what-
compass.
Would he
What is
see
going
it?
on?
Would he
What are
see
we
it in a-
doing?
would he see it in a radius around me?
It does
don't
glow
think the
light. It
miners
does
will see it.
glow light, so he might see like something rainbow color, but he wouldn't know what it caused it.
You could just tell him it's magic.
Yeah. Okay, I'll open the compass now.
I'll tell him I farted.
It's
Further up.
it's
a little bit.
further over there, further in that.
Okay, so it
direction.
looks like the left side. It looks like it's more probably this way, which is not good.
Well, I guess with my flask put up, I'm gonna go ahead and have both sickles in hand. I've walked away from the other room because seems like we're not getting those plants here.
The
I
biggest
am
batch
going
was
to,
vaporized. Yes.
I am going to take the fragments of the exploded crystal,
Okay.
and while I still have my tech magic, because it's 10 minutes, I will then go to the middle where Zaliel is to look into this room. It's 30 foot.
Okay.
Oh, you don't have the set
Before-
in feet, so
Yeah, it's default on squares because of the homebrew system.
right.
But before we do that, we're going to stop right there and resolve what happened on the right side as this was happening.
You mean the explosion?
Before the explosion.
You said right side. Did you mean left side?
I mean left side. Yeah, left side.
I
What
was like,
happened
wait,
on
did
the
we
left
just do
side.
that?
Yeah.
Thank you for making a map, DM. Thank you. Bless you.
Look, it was going to be. I felt that it was going to be important for this particular section, so I did make a map for this one, even if hastily made. Okay, so Pyre, you do hear some soft. Whatever
What
that
direction
sound
do I
was.
hear it from?
Down the hallway.
Okay. I cautiously reach for my shield and weapon, and I position myself in the hallway. Do you mind if I move forward?
Go ahead.
I am like a horror movie. There we go. Right there. Yeah, so nice. Actually, I don't want them to
Hello?
run past me. I'll just... Boop,
Who's there?
right there.
You see in the darkness, you see what looks like a little ant. It's actually quite small. It's around the size of
An elephant.
no. Not an elephant. This one seems to be the size of around, I guess, a deer. A deer in proportion, essentially. It doesn't seem to be looking at you. It's more so, it looks like it's biting into the walls. And it seems, and in a short moment, you see it, like, pull out a very small crystal. and you can hear it make noise again. Like, it looks around. I mean, it sees you. It stops in its tracks for a moment, and then it just starts looking around again.
I kept trying to change my page to find the Roll20 page. And yeah, that picture of an ant, that was the Roll20 page. Okay, anyways.
Yeah.
I simply stand there, still motionless, but ready.
When he does that, I'm going to move over to the line of sight behind him, taking Monica along
Okay.
so that she's not with the shield too.
Just be clear, explosion happens that way and Pyre faces this way.
I
Yep.
kind of want to try to tame the beast.
Well, I would like to get close to the beast.
Unfortunately, you guys aren't here and you can't see it right now. In the background, you hear the explosion, and since I saw you move your Raven over, you likely would have sent it over at this point.
Yeah, I had done
in
that
Stormlight.
just to scout and see what had happened and come back. And
Yep. So for the moment, at the moment, it's gone for half a minute or so.
yeah. So it would
Okay.
be not here, but
Yeah.
rather than just keep moving it around.
Okay. And you've prepped Thunderwave. Okay. You.
Yeah, I'm not casting Thunderwave. That was a joke from minutes ago.
Minutes ago? Okay.
Pyre has his weapon and shield ready. Pyre will ready himself to attack anything that gets in range. That is Pyre. He is simply in a defensive stance.
Yeah. It's like. The ant looks your way again. It has the little crystal in its mouth. You can see its antennae just kind of twitch a little as it's kind of measuring you up. And then it just very casually just turns around to with its back facing you, and you can see that's not in any hurry. It's just slowly walking down the corridor.
All right, perfect. I'll just let it go. Now I know what's down that array. I will not let people pass me from either side. There we go. That's Pyre.
All right. All right. Anything you want to do, Stefan? You can do anything before it left if you had any plans.
Well, I would have grabbed a handful of stones up from the floor and cast Magic Stone.
Okay.
Yes, as a precaution.
Okay. All right. You cast Magic Stone, and if you don't do anything else, then it just leaves. All right. The miners hear the explosion, and they turn their heads towards the direction of the explosion, and you can hear the older miners go, "What the hell was that?" You can see you all see a green thumbs up just appear. What did you say? Did you say like everything's fine, Zaliel?
Yeah. They're alive.
These crystals
And
aren't
then I
gonna
kinda,
explode
like-
in my face, are they? Oh,
I
they haven't
wouldn't
exploded
touch 'em.
yet. Well, it's good, because I kind of have a lot of them right now. And he holds up a bucket that's filled with crystals.
Oh, I would put that down right now. Just as a precautionary, we might want to refrain from the crystals if we're going further. Just we can pick them up on the way back if they're not exploded by then.
It's up to you, kid, if you want to listen to them. Though chances are if another miner trundles down here, don't be surprised if they decide to switch their empty pail with your full pail. And Drugel doesn't care about your warning, and he just lifts his full bucket over his shoulder. Same thing with
Oh.
the other miners.
Drugel, hold up, guys. I understand. You want your gold. You want your loot.
I'm fine.
I mean,
Yo,
don't worry.
Stop bothering me.
There's more going further.
Okay.
I promise. Oh,
Okay, make a
What?
persuasion roll. This
sorry,
one
I
will
heard something.
make a persuasion roll.
Yeah, I thought I heard something in the background too.
Yeah, I was like, wait, what? Sorry, my
Okay.
bad. I got thrown off a little bit. No, here we go. Persuasion. There we go. Found it. 15.
I mean, you persuade the kid to put it down, but the older miners, they don't seem moved. Like, sorry, buddy, they haven't exploded on us yet, and I don't think they're gonna be exploding anytime soon. If you're that worried, then
Well,
you can stay about 20 feet away from us. But I'm pretty sure they're not gonna explode.
You are the experienced one. I get that. I just, sometimes I get a little jumpy. And kid, I like you just being you. And I hand the kid a gold right in front of the other miners.
Those are corporate miners. I don't think. Yeah, I think. All right. You hand the gold in front of the miners. The other miners seem a bit unmoved by it. If you were hoping to get a reaction at all.
No, it was more just like thank you to the kid. It's just one of those things again. Zaliel has
Ooh,
he
shiny.
just puts money wherever to people. He never pays for things. He just does it to people.
Ooh, shiny. Better keep that gold nugget safe. Don't want anyone finding out that you've got it. Got it, Frankie? Yeah, I got it.
Keep it close to your heart, kid. Keep you safe. So I guess now I'd be in the room with them.
Yep, and at this point, Secret Zorg and Ash would also be in the room as well. And you can continue doing what you wanted to do. Alright, the party has rejoined.
All together.
Now it's up to you guys what you guys want to do, how you're going to get the message across to the rest of the party without spoiling everything for the miners.
Well, does anybody know Orcish other than Secret?
That's a good question.
Don't know. I speak because where I'm from more than anything. I'll speak it to you if you really want. That'll be fun.
Me
Probably. I don't think I told you Oh wait, I think I have spoken it to you before. I guess you would know. Because when we were talking to your doctor friend when you had the monocle, I think is when I spoke that to you.
I'm pretty sure either that or near the start.
Man, if I was a Thrycreen right now, should be easy.
Cause only me and Secret and Ash know the information.
You speak Elvish. I speak that too.
I could rely
I'm quadlingual.
to anyone who can speak Abyssal, Primordial, Thieves can't. Common, Draconic.
Well,
Oh, we can't use common. Shit.
well, Ash knows what direction it pointed, so he could tell Stefan.
We don't want to tell these people about the explosion?
No, about the compass.
Oh, yeah, no, not about the compass.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Because we got to tell the party about what direction it's facing without telling the miners.
Well, that's
So is
pretty simple.
Draconic- So is
That's pretty
Draconic the
simple. I
most
can speak
common
it.
language?
Well, I don't speak it, but 3 of us speak Celestial. 3 of us speak Draconic. Or 1 2 speak Draconic. Nope, 3 because Stefan speaks Draconic. I think those are the only languages we know about each other at the moment, if I remember correctly.
So we're gonna play telephone with all these languages then. The Draconic people speak with the Draconic, and then I guess the people who know.
I mean, Pyre's
if
the
anybody
overlap.
informs me, I'll just have my familiar fly up to Pyre.
Oh yeah, you were there.
Away from
Your
the rest
familiar
of
would
the
have been there,
party.
right? Or was he there the whole time?
He went back to see what was going on, and he came back. And he's
Do I
actually
know your
invisible.
familiars? Do I know your familiars there?
No,
Oh, he's invisible again.
It depends.
Yeah.
Gonna...
What did we roll
we're just
again?
keeping track of him by keeping him, the token out.
What did we rule again for flying while invisible? Did we rule that he still makes a noise so you can still hear this flapping?
Yeah, you'll still hear the wings
Yeah.
flapping, I guess. If you're listening for that. But if you tell me, I'll send him up to whisper it to Pyre's ear that we need to go that direction before
What
anybody else
language?
gets up there with him while the miners are still hacking away.
What language? Do you speak Elvish? I don't remember if we talked about that.
No, I
Stefan.
don't.
Just tell me what language the bird uses.
The bird is using common.
Well,
Excellent.
Actually, I just realized I can. Very easy. I literally motion for Stefan, just like with my finger, like, come here, type motion. It's quiet, it's easy, it's simple.
Sure. So what do you tell me?
When he comes over, I'll whisper in his ear, and I'll quietly say, the compass pointed down this tunnel where Pyre is.
Okay. I will have my invisible familiar fly up to where Pyre is. He will
Who then
not
promptly
really
freaks out
land on
really
his
loudly that
shoulder,
an invisible
but he will
bird
fly next to him and say that in common, that tunnel is where the compass pointed. He'll whisper it quietly to him.
Oh, Pyre looks freaked out for a moment, but steadies his nerves. He doesn't
Would
shout.
a bird know how to whisper?
It's more of looking around and going like, "What the hell?" Yeah, good point about birds, but whatever. It's familiar. It's probably smarter than a normal bird. Pyre doesn't seem to respond. He simply has the freak out moment and then realizes words coming out of the air somewhere around him and just cocks his head to the side. Message finishes and he goes back to a resting position where he is.
You heard the flapping, yes.
Okay, yeah. Still, same result.
Yep.
All right. And presumably, like, Zaliel's all been informed as well, right? You're probably going...
Aye.
Are you going to do the same thing?
I can tell him in Celestial.
Yeah, okay.
I know he
So, yeah.
speaks it.
Everyone's been informed.
Sounds good.
Alright. So,
Good.
what...
Danger that way. I mean, what?
You said that in
So just to
Celestial,
clarify,
right?
we're not keeping secret about the explosion part, though.
No.
I mean, it was kind of
Everyone
loud.
could hear it. Yeah,
Everyone heard
I
it.
give him the thumbs up,
I'll
guys.
keep
It's okay.
that a secret.
We're good.
I'm pretty
Wait,
sure the miners know what the sound is.
Yeah, they
I'll bet they do.
presumed... Yeah, they presumed that it was a mana crystal explosion.
so just to be clear, the cover is that we saw the ant thing. So it's like, hey, guys, we gotta make sure we get information and understand that this is what we've been sitting here for. Like, sorry guys, I get a little excited, try to go all, general with us. Won't try it again. Not trying to inspire anyone. Never mind.
I would like to Stay near Frankie, because I don't want this child dying.
So, what it'll be? Do you think we're safe enough to go back on our own, or would it be safer to be with you guys under your protection?
It depends. It might be safer to stay with us if you intend to still take me to one of those symbols to investigate.
Well, I haven't seen a symbol myself. I only hear about those weird symbols. And you've informed them of the ant creature, so they'd say, I mean, how do we know that they weren't made by whatever those ant creatures were? Maybe it's what?
I don't.
Marking their
In
territory?
fact, the explosion made no sense. There's evocation magic in the crystals, which is normal, but the amount of evocation in that crystal was about the same as, and some of the crystals even had more evocation magic in it, so it wasn't overloaded to explode. I'm not sure why it exploded even after investigating now. There was no other magic attached to it. Nothing reacted, nothing set it off. So maybe it was the ant that caused the explosion. If so, it didn't do it magically.
Well, I guess there's
I
no
believe
way
I would
around
have
it.
seen the ambient leftover magic from that.
Guess there's no way around it. I guess we do have to. Looks like we will have to accompany you all the way down to the lowest depths. At least the lowest depths I know.
Well, then we should probably maintain the same order we had before.
Alright.
Are you sure? Okay, yeah, I guess I'll be in the back. Gotcha. Okay.
Unless you
I
want to
got
be
it,
up
guys.
front or in the middle.
No, I got it.
You want to
All right,
use
have the
what,
miners finished mining, DM?
Yes. Frankie has been persuaded to put his bucket down, but the rest of them, basically they have their buckets. They're probably going to leave them behind as well, not to weigh them down.
Yeah, we can always pick them back up on the way back. Assuming they don't all explode.
All right. Oh, this is gonna hurt. I'm checking my inventory. I'm speaking out of character to speed things along. Does anyone have a tarp or tent?
Not I, said the cat.
I think. Hold on.
No.
I have a blanket.
Nope, never mind.
All right. Yeah, I think I determined with this character I sleep in inns, not in tents. Anyways, Pyre considers this and then simply nods. The group's ready to move on. We're in marching order. He does inform the group about the ant he saw. He also mentions a voice, seeing if someone sent him a message. All right, well, Pyre shrugs. We're not going this way. I saw an ant. I have no reason to continue down that path. Let's go a different direction.
Out of context, out of context, the people who didn't see it would probably, the people who didn't see it would probably think you're crazy. But that's up to you guys to roleplay.
The
'cause
miners
you didn't see
or
the
the
ant.
people?
Well, the
Yeah,
three
so-
players that didn't see
what
the
did he
ant,
just
they didn't
say?
see a
Why are
deer-sized
you scared
ant.
of a little ant?
So did Pyre tell us not to go that way?
Yeah, Pyre did. Pyre said, I think someone sent me a message. Did anyone send me a message? No one said anything, so he said, well, we're not going down there that way. There was an ant. And he
Well,
left it at that. He did not go into further details on size or shape or threat or anything like that. He simply said a ant.
define an
Well,
ant because we
It's-
need to explore that way.
Well, that's what the contract is, to get those ant heads. So what do you mean don't go down there? That's the entire job.
Have you ever kicked an ant hill?
I understand, but you just saw one ant and you let it go, so the scout has gone, so it's either follow and kill him or...
First of all, it was not a scout. Secondly, it is an animal. It does not communicate like that. Thirdly, if we are to do any work down here, the ants should be the last. We need to exterminate the other threats before going for the biggest one. You all knew about these things when we came down here. You know the risks involved. Anyone know about the colony size of these things? How many tend to go?
Monica flips
Exactly.
through her book. Okay. I believe the person who would have who would potentially have that information would also be Pyre. Do you want to help Monica, or do you want to make the history check yourself?
I'll let Monica do it. I'll make a history check, and I want Monica to tell me the result. I'm not helping her, I'm judging her.
Okay, make it with advantage, because she would have a little bit of information. Okay. So she flips through her book. A nat 20. Okay. In that case, she flips through her book. She goes, "Oh, an ant. Oh, I thought that thing looked familiar. That thing's known as an army ant." And she's gonna go into a whole, like... Unless you stop her, she is gonna lore dump.
Pyre will stop her. Footnotes shows an understanding of the subject. Please, don't bore us with the details while we're in action.
Okay. She goes, oh, they were created by Dredge, they evolved, they evolved, they're native to Zakir, and she just starts listing off a whole bunch of points, and then you stop her. She goes, okay, army ants, let's see. And she flips through her pages a little bit. Well, judging by the thing we saw, that looks like a worker, but workers are normally a lot larger than that. They're typically over human size. And a lot of their brethren are either human size or much, much greater. If we saw a worker, especially one that's as small as that, then chances are there's either a new colony here, or this is just a temporary nest for the queen.
The problem we have is that the worker was not carrying crystals, it was grinding it up and eating it. What does that tell you about its biology?
It did carry a crystal. You did see it carry a crystal away.
Yes, but before that it was definitely grinding, chewing, and putting in its mandibles. Unless I heard that wrong, Jorah.
It could have been eating it, or it could have been actually mining into it to get it out in the first place.
Okay, Pyre would not make the statement I made. It is a misunderstanding on the player's part. Alright, so he says, yes, we do have a fair assumption that it would be a new hive. This is something that should be done today, but eggs don't hatch that quickly. If he saw a threat and recognized me as a threat, which I somewhat doubt, because he's never seen my kind nor shape before, then the most optimal way to go at him would be from a different angle when they reinforce this entrance. Use the reinforcements against them.
Okay. Monica flips through her books. Let's see. Army ants, because Dredge is also considered the god of evolution, army ants have various shapes and sizes. There are some that burrow to the ground and launch sneak attacks. There are others who swarm in great numbers. There are others who are heavily armored that fight on the front lines. There are some who spit acid. And then there are others, like like the workers that only focus on pinning enemies down for the fighters to take out. They have various roles and responsibilities.
All right, that's enough. All right, so to run my logic past the group, my thoughts as leader is simply that if we were to engage them now, we would be going into a conflict we do not fully understand. We don't know how many were around the corner. We're not able to use our numbers for our fullest advantage, and we were not prepared for a fight at the moment, and we have non-combatants with us. Finding those sigils, finding the origins, and potentially eliminating that would do more good than killing a couple of ants. Now, does anyone have any other reasons why we should go that way?
It's our entire job. We have a contract to get the ant heads. That's what
Did
Zaliel
it say
said.
ant heads?
Yes, that was our job with
ant
House of
heads.
Steel. It said the heads of the monsters and things. Yes.
Monsters
We said
and
that.
things.
How
Where does
easily
it
do
say
they burn?
ant heads in monsters and things?
You think the monsters are calling other sigils? Oh
The
shit!
first one
fire
he
in my
stated,
bag.
the first one he stated was ant head, 25 gold. I think. Let me find my notes.
I think it's something
So
like
it was an
75.
example.
Army ant head worth 50 gold pieces.
So it was an example. The contract is all monsters that we encounter, all monsters that we find. We now know their location. We know where they're going.
That's 50 gold pieces a head.
If you want 50 gold pieces, stop arguing with me and go down that tunnel.
Okay.
Alright, I'm going down the tunnel. I'm going down the tunnel.
Wait.
I follow Zorg just because of what I saw with the compass.
I'm gonna look at Pyre and then Celestial and say the contract is irrelevant at this point. The compass pointed in that direction.
Why didn't anyone... I heard it on the wind. No one confirmed it to me, he replies in Celestial. I didn't know
it wasn't my bird.
Because we didn't want to say it in front of the miners.
I never said what the message contents were. I simply said I received a message. No one took credit. So who is manipulating the compass if none of the people in this room?
It was Zorg. You gave it to him. What I did, we opened it. I had him go into the middle in a place where the miners couldn't see because there were 3 paths. And the path that the compass lit up was the one that the ant went down.
Fair enough. I trust your word, but then why was something that was not in this room tried to give me the information that you could have given me yourself?
Because that was Stefan's familiar.
How do you
Apparently
know
it's
this?
invisible. Because I watched him use it.
How did you watch something invisible?
I watched Stefan give the message, and then you heard a message.
That could have helped. Stefan? He'll say in common.
Did he come back yet? He said his wife had came home. Okay.
Stefan, did you send a message in the past, say, 10 minutes to me?
Yes.
Okay, now we know the source. Secret, I'm simply being paranoid. Let's continue.
Okay. Now, with that, we continue on. Same marching order.
No, Pyre's not in the front anymore.
I'm in the front.
You got the big guy in front.
We kind of went in front of them.
Big guy in front.
The miners, all I'm saying is the miners should not be directly in the back
Should
in
I-
case we are attacked from the
Should
back.
I be watching the mining map or should I be on the main map right now?
We're on the main map right now.
You have an option?
No,
You should
no,
be
I
on the
don't
main
have an
map.
option. I don't have an option, but I was just wondering if I was
Okay.
supposed
No,
to.
you're
not
not
be.
the only one looking at the main map.
All right, well, I'll be
Okay.
right back.
So you're gonna be in front of Drugel then, right, Pyre? Is that what you're
Yeah, that
implying?
works for me.
Okay. All right.
Sorry, guys.
I want to be in my same spot. Nobody can have it.
All right.
Sorry to derail the plot, just paranoia.
Yep. Okay. Let's take a bathroom break since Zorg is out, and then when you guys come back, just type in chat what you want to do because we're doing another exploration turn.
I want to exist and have the I win button.
Oh, too bad. You're gonna have to work for that, buddy. But yeah, I'll be right back.
Alright. Alexa, set timer for 5 minutes.
I'm back.
Run a 5 minute.
Oh, huge.
Hey James, how late are you gonna stay up tonight?
Why are we doing 11 to 11 or?
I mean, like, if the party doesn't stay up too late, I'll.
Yeah, it really depends. Like, I don't mind to, cause I won't be here next session.
I am back. What was that about you not being here?
Next session.
Next session, okay.
I told you, like, I think it was like 2 weeks ago. Something like that.
Okay. Alright. Okay, everyone back?
Aye.
Alright. Just type whatever you want to do in chat, because we're in another exploration phase. And the same thing, head counts, look for signs and symbols, preferably with perception. Go ahead and make a
Okay, I'm
perception
back.
check, Cool Cat. Okay.
Oh, I just came back to being told perception check. That's great. I don't know why I'm like this. Please help me.
Hey, I'm a weirdo too.
Yeah. I don't think you're as weird as I am. Perception 17.
I will contest you on that.
Oh, all right. Listen, if you want it that bad, I'm not going to stop you. You have it.
On why ants harvest this crystal. Okay, make... I'd say... Actually, you rolled a crit before on information on army ants, so I think I can just give that to you without needing to make a roll. Okay, but first, I'll resolve Cool Cats. Zorg, you can make... Zorg or Ash, you can make a perception roll with advantage, whichever one of you want to make that, because you're doing the same thing.
Hey, Ash, what's your perception?
Okay, so resolving Cool Cat. You do see...
Better than a 3?
No, I said 2.
Oh. Advantage.
So, Cool Cat, you do see an unusual symbol carved onto the side. You are familiar with the... You are familiar with the demonic marks, and this is not one of the demonic marks, but you do recognize it because it is a god mark. This is...
Religion is my jam, so I'm pretty sure I know all the symbols. So
This
this is the
is-
mark of dredge.
Yep, and it looks like it's not carved out, like, from anything human. It looks like it was, carved out, presumably using ant mandibles. Like, you can see a ton of scratches on the side, but the mark is clearly carved out. It's very rough, but it definitely looks like the mark of dredge.
And dredge is not one of the... Dredge is not a fallen god, he was just exiled, right?
Yeah, he's just exiled. Yes.
What was he exiled for? Can you remind me?
He was on the losing side of the World War.
Oh. I'm going to say, hold here, please. To everybody.
Monica takes one look at it and goes, ooh, I think this confirms that they're army ants. After all, they were made by dredge.
Yes. judging by how the mark was put in the stone, I don't believe people carved this out, Pyre. This is claimed by the exile god Dredge, loser of the World War, or one of them, I should say. Meaning,
As he says that, I clench my heart a little bit because I felt that.
in other words, Dredge has claimed this cave. Now, he's not technically a demonic god, just a loser in a war, but I could see somebody being pretty pissed off about that. We must tread lightly, but given things that are happening in the world at the moment, it would make sense that what we know before to be here, to put it vaguely. I don't think Bones came back. Did you, Bones?
I typed in chat that I came back.
Oh. But you came back while I was talking to you. I thought you were already back.
Well, maybe you should check before you start talking.
So basically, I stopped the party because I found the marker Dredge. It was not carved out by people. According to Jorah, the way I can tell that it was carved, it looks like it was carved by a otherworldly force.
Is Dredge a fallen?
He's not
deity
demonic.
or-
He's exiled. He was basically one of the gods that lost the World War. So as Pyre or as Secret was saying, not demonic, but probably somebody who would be potentially pissed about losing the war. And what he said vaguely was, given what's happening in the world, it would make sense the thing that we know should be here would be here. It would make sense why it was here.
Basically, we found the big bad guy. Interesting. I would be interested in getting a lore dump sometime. It doesn't have to be right now if you don't have it on hand, Jor, but just information on what Pyre would know about Dredge. Mr. D, the big D, the changing D, the growing D.
That's a different kind of Dredge.
That's a
Dredge.
I think Zygon would probably gloss over that in your education.
I'm fine with that.
I just make it my business know all the gods. As a cleric, and I'm a traveling cleric, I go to all the churches, even as a liaison.
At the very least, you would be able to quickly identify the symbols if you're not fully aware of who these gods are. Okay, but we will do the other knowledge check, which is why the ants harvest this crystal. Some animals, these ants included, some of them can subsist off of these crystals, kind of like eat it like rust monsters and other stuff like that.
Sugar type of thing.
Yeah, essentially, yes. Some of them are especially a lot more specialized to digest these crystals. At the very least, if they're under the depths eating these crystals, then they're not overground causing havoc. So it's actually preferable for army ants to be staying underground.
Okay, yeah, makes sense. Okay, yeah, that gave me info. As for the symbol of Dredge, is that what you posted in chat with the 3 blobs and healing symbols?
Yep.
Oh, he's a medic. He's a toxic medic. All right, great. So I see that symbol. I know he's an exiled god. We talk about it. We look at it. Pyre simply nods and he says, "Well, what are you going to do about it, Secret?"
I'm going to continue my mission.
Out of character, would Ash know if Dredge has any connection with the Plague Doctor?
Yes, actually. That is literally the god that the Plague Doctor worships.
Not that it's our business. Although it might be in a bit.
Yeah.
I think I'd want to rely that to the team. But I don't know if that's gonna help.
Can always say in Draconic, we know none of these people speak it. The only one that speaks it is Pyre and
Do any of y'all
Stefan.
know how Draconic sounds like? Just curious.
I've always assumed it's a combination of Russian and Slavic.
Yeah, probably something very
sounds awesome.
harsher, like.
Alright, so do you say something to Pyre?
I guess in some form of Draconic, I'm just like, I think the guy that's teaching me the alchemist medicine shit might know.
I think you cut out there. But I'm presuming you said that he might know something.
Yeah.
Jorah.
Yep.
Out of character, do I still have the what's the stone called that I can call the plague doctor with?
No, you gave it back at the end of your mission.
Okay.
Same thing with the monocle.
Okay.
Alright, well, since I guess there's no way of communicating, there went kind of my idea. I just say, Plague Doctor might know something of this. We could go back and ask questions after we get done. Whatever.
Okay.
Fine.
Pyre simply nods at your Draconic, turns his attention back towards the symbol. DM, is there any power in this now that I've seen crystals and power and god symbols? Is this a place of worship, or is this like a attention of the god?
From the looks of it, it's literally just a marking. You don't immediately, like, sense anything. You can make an Arcana check if you want to see if there's any residual magic.
Ooh,
I'd
I'm going
like
to
to
do more
help
than
him
that.
with that if he's going to.
On top of that, secret, you just feel evocation magic in the air. You can feel various other smaller schools of magic in the crystals, presumably. And
Is the symbol itself ringing?
And on the symbol itself, nothing special.
So, as in nothing special, as in it's just evocation, or literally just no magic on the symbol left?
There's literally no magic on the symbol. You can sense evocation magic in the air, but that's not coming from the symbol, it seems.
Okay. I will point that out that, I'll say, I sense evocation magic around, but the symbol is blank. There's no magic on it. Granted, the gods do not always work in magic, but still, I thought I should at least bring it up.
Alright, DM. Pyre steps forward, holds his hands to his breast, and tries to summon his godly attribute of the mark of Zygon. And as he uses what Runescar taught him to focus his energies when he feels like he's made a connection and channeled some energy, he will speak aloud his father's name, Zygon, and then will mentally do a prayer of simply, he'll do it verbally. Verbally is probably easier to hear. He will verbally do a statement. I have located symbols of dredge and near beer in the mines, and he names the mines. I believe they were carved by army ants, creatures of evolution. And as he holds this energy and listens for a response, he will make an action after listening for about a minute.
Okay. Zygon says, it's not unusual for army ants to carve the symbol of dredge as a warning to both predators and humans of their presence. What you have stated is not something out of the ordinary. I'm sure if Dredge wanted to, he would drag all the army ants over to the Forsaken Wastes the other continent. Though I doubt that the other gods would have been thrilled to have a very deadly animal over there.
We investigated and found a cult, tentacle things, bugs, that were related to the god of souls, the fallen
Visage. Or no. Not Visage.
Yeah,
Was it was
no, Solemn.
Solomon.
one. Pyre's okay. Pyre simply nods. He winces a bit when you say the name out loud. Secret.
I was telling
and-
you, Bones. I thought you forgot.
Oh, okay. Thank you. So mentally, he'll say that. He'll say, "We found Visage's." No, it's not Visage.
Solemn.
Solemn. We found Solemn's followers beneath the sewers of Veer, and we have heard rumors that there are other cults in this mine that we are investigating.
Tom, I'm your favorite.
Listens
Tell
for a
him it's
minute
a
and
Let's
and if he says nothing, I will act. Just I give my father a full minute to think.
I see. And has Sir Kava been informed, or the local authorities? Or perhaps have you taken care of it?
We killed a brain bug, and we have informed those who are local. I am working with the priest of Sir Kava, who is also aware of these things. I'm putting points on your map. I did not tell you sooner because I did not think it was important.
I can tell it's the son of Sir Kava, huh? Interesting, Bones.
Is there anything else you would ask me to do while I'm here?
Okay. There's no mention of the quest. So, If the situation is handled, and nothing is out of the ordinary, which it sounds like it isn't, aside from the cult, which, like you said, it was eradicated, right? Or you said the authorities were notified?
We destroyed a portion and we notified those who were relevant locally.
Okay.
I have implied that the person I'm working with who's with the church, that's their job to report that, not me.
And he says, I am a very busy god. I would appreciate if you didn't bother me with these trifles, because it sounds like it's not something that's worth my interest as of yet.
Then my last point. I have been... I have agreed to search for the shards of lightning. Would you be okay with hosting one in your vault in order to divide them so they cannot be taken in one place?
Charge of lightning. Interesting. How are you aware of that? Did you say
Why
that?
do you think I'm traveling with the son of Sir Kava?
Did you mention that earlier? Or is this the first time you're mentioning it? Or were you implying?
I said that I was with a servant of Sir Kava.
Okay.
I am now escalating and telling him it's a son of Sir Kava.
Okay. I see. So this is all Sir Kava's doing. Very well. Bring me one of those shards. I'm sure I have a lot to talk about with Sir Kava later.
As you wish. And I listen for a minute, DM. I assume he doesn't say anything else, but
No.
if he does,
No.
so be it. Okay, I go ahead and press my hands against the symbol and simply override it. I take its energies and I override it with Zygon.
The symbol is literally just a carving. So so I suppose, like, you burn, like, you burn an outline, though it doesn't exactly like.
Right, yeah.
You burn.
I am
you burn
attempting
your,
to use
this mark of
magic. We'll
Zygon
see
over
how it
it.
goes.
Yeah. You burn like the mark of Zygon over it, but like the mark that's been carved in, like it's still physically there. Even
Excellent.
if
I'm
a
happy
little-
I've left my father's mark. All right, so Pyre nods, turns the secret. My father has agreed to keep a shard at his vault.
Fine. The dads can work it out. That's not my. Or I'll say the god. Or I'll say dads can work it out. That's not my problem. We already had an
Uh,
agreement.
Almost his words exactly. It's just nice to know both sides are at the table. Let's move.
Would they be saying that in common to each other, or
Probably.
speaking-
Well,
Yeah. Celestial, why not? Boom. Thanks for asking. We'll say that in Celestial. It's a Celestial conversation. Alright, he does say the let's move in common, though.
Okay, let's resolve the rest of the actions. Stefan, if you're back, feel free to type whatever your character is doing. Where I'm resolving exploration actions right now.
That's okay. Just go on.
Okay. Zorg and Ash. You're looking for more Stormcress. Down the hallways, you do come across other rooms that do have crystals. There are like small pockets of Stormcrest, but not big enough pockets for you to that would be worthwhile to harvest. And Zaliel is readying a cantrip. Okay.
Whenever I first read that, I thought it said readying catnip. I was like, damn, we still attacking my boy over there.
Just gets in a fight and immediately starts sniffing a catnip, snorting it up his nose.
Okay. As you guys are walking through the tunnel, you hear some burrowing. The burrowing sounds like it's getting closer.
It comes from underneath us.
Well, then we best be ready,
Okay.
shouldn't we?
What are you guys gonna do? Each of you can ready whatever you want, because you can hear something burrowing towards you.
I will then be readying a channel divinity.
Okay.
For when the combat starts.
Even though I have both my sickles in hand, I would like to ready a dodge.
Dodge. Okay.
Again, magic stone.
Magic stone. Okay.
And I'll look at Monica and say, do you have problems doing damage to ants?
Yes. And Monica nods.
Okay. Then just hold the shield over my head. Our head.
Yeah. She nods. She holds the shield over. Okay. Pyre, Zaliel, and Zorg. What are you guys gonna do?
So I was gonna just I don't have anything like I'm just writing a cantrip.
Cantrip? Which one?
A vicious mockery.
Okay.
Can I speak before combat starts? Because with my channel divinity, it's kind of important that the people who are going to be buffed need to know this. In common, just saying this in common, I'll say, Zorg, Pyre, make sure you guys are always within 30 feet of each other. You'll understand when the fighting starts. but always within 30 feet of each other. No less. Or actually, no more.
Immediately starts running the other direction. You can't control me!
Sorry, can't think. Raging. Okay.
Does Zorg acknowledge at least? James?
Mic working, buddy? Are you here?
James?
Sorry, my mic was not plugged in all the way.
Oh.
Yeah, Zorg did hear you.
Okay. Did he acknowledge?
He nods.
Okay. That's all I need.
He nods no.
Yeah, he shakes his head like, no, I won't.
Okay. Zorg and Pyre, what are you guys doing?
So we are readying actions for combat, is that correct?
Seems that way.
We feel like it is.
I whip out the net.
Okay.
Running through a net. Okay.
I ready myself. Are we in a tunnel or an open space?
Tunnel. Right now.
Okay. I ready myself to defend the person behind me, the shard finder Drugel. I am expecting something to pop out from the sides of the wall, the ceiling, or the ground and attack us. My defense would simply be grabbing him into my space and covering us both with a shield.
Okay. Alright. The burrowing gets closer. It sounds like it's coming underneath you. You can feel the rocks underneath. Well, you can see the rocks underneath beginning to vibrate. I presume all of you have stopped in your tracks getting ready for combat, right?
Probably.
Probably.
Okay.
Except for Mr. Dodgy Dodge, who's ready to dodge.
With his dodge.
The burrowing... Okay. Alright. So the burrowing goes underneath you, Zorg. It goes underneath Ash, then Pyre, and then the miners.
I stomp on it. I stomp on it.
You're gonna stomp the ground?
I'm going to stomp the ground where it's burrowing. I don't want it to get behind me.
And the burrowing
Like,
stops
if
for a
it wants to be
moment.
underneath me, I'm stomping on it.
The second you stomp, it stops for a moment. And then you hear off in the distance... And then you hear the burrowing continue, but a little bit slower. It goes behind you again. And goes towards the miners.
Okay. I'm pushing... I don't have actions left. Dang it. I would love to follow it, but I don't think I can with turn order.
Okay. The burrowing slowly goes past the miners.
Excellent.
I'd say you can act. I'd say because it's significantly slowed down, you probably can act as soon as it gets towards secret.
I'm simply shoving people aside and walking behind or on it.
I thought it might be
Okay.
killing for the crystals.
Salud.
You stomp through the miner. You push through the miners. You stomp through behind it. It stops burrowing again, and then you hear off in the distance.
They're surrounding us.
You hear burrowing off in the distance, Zorg, in front of you.
Yeah. Why are we stopped? It knows we're here. Move forward or back. Choose. Zorg, lead.
Zorg will whip out his. He will put his net back up, whip out his battle axe, and run to stomp the ant. Where the ant is.
Well, I guess we'll fall.
Okay, so you're gonna push through everyone as well, joining Pyre. Okay.
As he's doing that, instead of wanting to dodge, I'm gonna hold both my sides towards my chest, like an X, defend mode.
Okay. All right. You stomp. Okay. You stomp the ground. You stomp the ground, and you stomp the ground. You're expecting something to jump out at you, and nothing jumps out at you. There's no burrowing, but the burrowing that was to the north is continuing. You can definitely hear something approaching from the ground, Ash. And then, and off in the distance,
ground.
and off in the distance, you hear numerous.
We're fucked.
We cannot defend in this
Um,
tunnel. We must find an entrance. Why are you all frozen?
Alright,
No,
yeah,
I'm
I'm
moving.
gonna
You're the
run
one who pushed back
forward.
here. Let's go.
I'm gonna run forward, hoping that the guys that ran to stomp the ground back there are following behind.
Drupal grabs you and says, "Wait, wait. Maybe we shouldn't run towards the sound. Maybe we should run backwards."
No, we push towards the sound.
It's fight or flight, and I fight.
And Drupal says, "If we move forwards, we're likely walking straight into the jaws of a bunch of ants. If we run backwards to familiar territory, we could potentially funnel them, except for the ones burrowing underground."
And then those come up behind us.
You need to find a dead-end
And
passageway or something.
And Drupal turns his head. "They're gonna be behind us no matter what."
Droogle, you have points. Ash, you make the choice. No one else say anything.
I push forward.
We go
Okay.
forward. Zorg, do what you can to move forward, and I will do my way to go forward.
Okay.
Secret, you're being left.
I am still preparing to cast that channel divinity for the fight.
All right. I'm going to assume that everyone is going to be moving forwards as a group unless you say otherwise.
Okay, well, I can deal with that.
All right.
We're going
No one
that
said.
way.
No one has said anything. So
We're
I'm
all
assuming.
heading that way.
Yep. You're
Yeah.
all headed that way. All right. All right. So you come up to. So. You've traveled down a wide. Let me just check over this map again. Okay. So you. I'm going to move you onto the map, and I'm going to copy and paste you guys again. Give me a moment. Trying to keep you guys all here. Zaliel, yep. Give me a little bit. I need to straighten all of you guys out.
So, if we survive this, guys, I'd like to go back and spend some time with my plague doctor.
If we survive, I want my money for each head I kill.
Oh, if we're
Hopefully-
here, we're gonna go ahead and take the heads anyway.
Yep. Okay. All right, Ash. Really, you guys would be further back here. Ash, you come to a fork along the roads. You're
So big.
Yeah, she's not resized correctly, but you come to a little fork in the road. Well, you see multiple entrances. In fact, can I dynamic lighting this? I'm not sure if all of you guys are set up for dynamic lighting.
You are
No
not.
one sees nothing but
Yes.
black.
I see my radius.
I see a radius.
If you see
I
pitch
see
black,
the
then say
circle.
that. If not, then I assume all of you have your dark vision set.
So
Okay.
I can see 12 square. Oh, I can see my actual radius.
Yep.
My dark vision radius.
I gave you guys all your dark vision radius, so you all should see that. Okay, so we are back here. So Ash, do you want to push forwards, or do you want to go off to the right where it seems to descend? It sounds
the
like
right.
You're gonna take everyone to the right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't want to go to the right, but down.
Oh, what?
Okay. Alright. We're going to move you guys off to the right. Oop. Oop. Okay.
These are wide
okay.
walls, right?
Wide walls? Are you asking
Like
about?
10 foot.
Yeah, it is
Two
10 foot.
equal
You guys
breast.
can maneuver,
Okay.
yes.
Alright, Pyre will say, "Come on, Zorg, back to the front." And he will double time it to get back up.
I will move up to fill the gap as soon as I can figure out how to move my character. There we go.
Okay. I'm just gonna play the tension
I need to
music.
double check. Can I do this? Yeah, as long as they're within 30 feet of me of the initial casting, then they stay within 30 feet of each other.
Where's tension?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Okay. Alright. Burrowing approaches. So, Zaliel, you can hear something sounding like it's following you. In fact, you can hear burrowing from both the north and the south as you guys head down the right route. You can hear a lot of chittering behind you. You can hear the and you hear a very more husky
From which direction was the husky one? The north or the south?
the north.
Okay. And Monica's the only one close to me. Oh, shit. I'll go ahead and... I know I've been overusing it, but we'll just go ahead and do it. Right in the middle of the party, you see this red exclamation mark. Or whatever that would be in common, with minor illusion. And I'll turn to Monica and be like, I hear the enemy behind us. We're going to be attacked from behind. If we keep going, we need to mount defense.
Okay. And Monica passes that up the chain. Zaliel says that they're following behind us. Maybe someone should come back here and help.
DM, are we walking or running?
It sounds like you guys are running with urgency because Ash did say that he was running.
They are burrowing. We are moving through open tunnels. They will fall behind. Keep moving.
I mean, like, we might need help. Like, someone might want to help reinforce the back, but never mind. Okay, I'm still following. Don't worry, I'm following.
You took rear guard. Deal with it.
Alright, so we gotta stay within 6 feet, Pyre.
I haven't cast it yet.
Yep.
You
Oh,
have
you
to be
haven't cast
initially
it yet?
within. No. I'm not. I'm saving it for when actually combat starts. So the way it works is you need to initially be within 30 feet of me so I can cast it on both of you. After that, you just need to be within 30 feet of each other. Doesn't matter how far away from me you are after I put it on you.
Alright, I'm gonna dash.
Okay.
I think everyone's dashing. That's the issue.
Yeah. Everyone is dashing. Unless you guys want to specifically slow down your pace. Otherwise, the assumption
No.
is that you guys are dashing.
I don't think
We
anybody
want
wants
to
to
find
slow
a clear
down.
space.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm assuming we're all going at the
Yeah.
same pace.
And I'm going to assume that you guys are going to be holding, like, whatever actions you declared before.
Yeah.
Yep. So I'm just going
If
to
we're
move
gonna
the rest of you guys forwards as well.
hold,
Man, the birds go in the wall.
And they die.
cover the
Wait, what?
birds. Wait,
I
what?
like the birds have souls. That's fine. We're gonna have to move every time we move, anyways. We can
Yeah.
do generalized stuff.
Yep. Okay. You do hear burrowing still. You still hear burrowing behind you, Zaliel.
Move, or defend the back. Keep going or slow.
Since I have Zorg and Pyre up front, I'm gonna let the miners run past me, and I'm gonna try and help out with the rear.
What the fuck? Why'd my thing pop out? Ugh.
When we push up, you can just stay where you are, and
Yep.
or you can just move up less.
Yeah, I'm just literally gonna stay where I'm at till the miners get past me and try to be near
Okay.
the rear.
So, I love to move like that, Zorg, but let's just do what the DM does, where he can drag click all of our tokens at once.
Oh, that's fair.
Because I'm assuming your guys are going to be keeping general formation, essentially. So I'll
Yeah.
just be moving you guys as a chunk.
I will DM change my held action. Probably if instead of the trigger just being when I see, well, yeah, so the trigger will be when I see someone try and attack me, I'll cast Mirror Image. It's a level 2 spell, so that's why I didn't want to hold it, but it's going to only be if I see something try and attack me. Boom, then I go.
Alright. Alright,
This
give me
a gamble.
a moment. That's that. There's just one thing I do need to check before I go. Don't mind the end turn button, because this is my personal GM thing that tells me all the stats. Okay. Okay. The burrowing gets extremely close to you, Zaliel. Unsettlingly close. Like, it's... not quite right underneath you, but it's pretty darn close.
I yell into the group, they're going now!
Okay. You guys are going to be moving forwards again. I will assume you are dashing, so you will move approximately here. You see a little ant, a little ant worker again. It just kind of looks in your general direction, and you just see it just kind of cock its head, and you just hear.
Man, they make weird noises.
Behind it is a much larger armored ant that is around 8 feet tall.
That's a big ant.
This. Oh, look at that guy!
Oh God.
And further behind it is an ant with glowing green eyes. That's dang it, what would be the medium size? It's not the size of a deer. It's a little smaller than a deer. Smaller than a deer, bigger than a dog. Around that size. And
It's a Great Dane.
They all look at you. They all look at you. Let me just move the rest of you guys forwards. As you guys are all following along. Okay. Alright. Alright. Assuming you guys are going to be moving something like this. Okay.
I believe Ash is in the back.
Ash wants to be in the back, yeah.
You move to the back?
If we have
Okay.
to stay the same formation,
No, you guys can switch up your formation, so you fell to the back. Monica's right next to
Actually, I will put Monica ahead of me at this point.
Monica is ahead. Okay.
Yeah.
Monica is ahead. Coco is on
Yeah.
Monica's shoulder. Okay. All right. So you see a number of ants. They don't immediately rush you. The soldier, the big armored one, kind of looks your direction and seems to look a bit cautious. Same thing with the one behind it. Meanwhile, the worker ant, the little deer-sized ant, seems to just walk forwards cautiously. You can hear burrowing behind you.
All right, Zorg, go make your gold.
Before you do that, this will last 10 minutes. All right, GM, may I?
Yeah. If you want to.
All right.
I'll let you guys
First
be the
use of
aggressors.
this of the campaign for my subclass, Emboldening Peace. Once per turn for the next 10 minutes, Pyre and Zorg can add a d4 to an attack roll, ability check, or save. It is basically a mini bless. Just keep in mind you can only do it once per turn, not once per round, though. Once per turn.
That's once per minute then.
A little bit more than that, because that means they can still use it if they use it for their attack, and then they're attacked on somebody else's turn, they can still use that for their save if they have to make a save. Think of it as a mini bless, but that lasts much longer. And it only lasts as long as you two are within 30 feet of each other. You don't have to worry about me in my distance. I figured Zorg would like that.
Well, I'm gonna go slap some things in the face.
Okay. All right. All right. If you guys are gonna fight, roll initiative.
What?
Mirror
I
image
finally
would
did
be
it.
off then.
Give me something good for once. Oh my.
I love how the ants are all like curious.
Bro, you're kidding me. Bro, I can never roll good initiative.
Pay no attention to all my initiative rolls. Just bear in mind that not all of them are in this area right now.
Bro, that one RPN spinner rolled better than me.
Like
I think they
how
all.
3 of us rolled a 17.
Bro, I rolled
So we
a,
all got to attack at the same time then. Nah.
I rolled a fat 3.
Remember, the workers rolled initiative. That's the same as declaring war.
That's a lot of enemies, boys.
They're not all
Wait,
on the
guys.
map right now.
Shoo!
So, Monica, how flammable are these things?
Oh, one got a nat 20.
Damn.
I mean, not specially. Not especially flammable. Did I roll these guys? I don't think I did. No, I didn't.
There's 4.
I'll just go ahead and put my alchemist fire away.
Another
Not
nat
especially,
20.
Yeah. Okay.
You roll that many, you're bound to get a few.
Okay. Oh, that's gonna be annoying if it's gonna just immediately skip. Because I need to actually look at them. Hold on. Need to look at which one it's actually referring to. That one is not here right now. That one's not here right now. That one... In fact, let me just reveal all of those. All the ones that are actually in this area right now.
So, you know,
Once
this is a
you're at it,
little
boys.
late, but I've always found it useful to split them into groups rather than individuals, but, you know, you do you.
Normally I do that, but this one has the new mechanic. I have to do this to reset their variables.
Okay, okay, no problem.
Yeah.
Just keep going. Just player being ignorant.
Or at least...
When I say ignorant, I mean I don't understand the programming that you're using at the moment.
Yeah. Okay. All of those are revealed. All of those are revealed. So really, we would have this army at being the first one.
You gotta add me to the turn order as well.
Oh, you didn't click on your token? To add yourself to the turn order, you need to click on your token. What do you roll?
A 3.
tree. A twee.
Whole tree.
3. Okay.
Is
Alright.
Ash on the turn order?
Are you on the
No,
turn
'cause
order,
I
Ash?
didn't
Okay.
No, I didn't remember that I had to click on the token and then do the initiative.
Okay. What do you roll?
17.
17. Okay. 17. Okay. 3 players in a row. Okay. All right. You hear a whole bunch of chittering. A whole bunch of
I
chittering.
suspect the other 17s probably should go ahead of me. They probably got better than the 14 decks.
I'm like
For
behind you.
players, I let you guys go in whatever orders you guys
Okay,
want.
whatever.
So yeah.
Doesn't matter really.
Okay.
I'll go last in the 17 order then.
I'll go last. Okay. Yeah, it's up to you. 3 in a row. Okay. Looks like we got an error there, boys. All right. So whoever one of you 3 wants to go first, you can go ahead and do it.
Are any of those ants behind us yet? Because if they're up front, then I guess I gotta wait till they're on my ass.
I mean, you could pull out your bow and shoot at them if you want.
Oh yeah, I forgot I had that. Yeah, since I got that option, I'm gonna switch over to my bow real quick, and hopefully I can aim with my short bow.
Okay.
Do I click on the short bow or do I click on the 1d6 plus 3 piercing?
Either is fine, I believe. Short bow is the one I know guaranteed works. Oh, okay. Then click on the short bow name. That rolls the attack roll. And what were you aiming for? Which of the monsters?
If I can aim for the one with the glowing eyes, I'd like to aim at that green glowing eye guy.
Okay. You fire an arrow. It goes between its armor as it lets out a high-pitched screech. And now you hear a lot more chittering. You can see the one behind it. You can see the one behind it is now beginning to drip fluid out of its mouth. And you can
I think she's angry.
And you see the one that you just shot at. It looked cautious at first, but now it's lowering its head, getting ready to charge. And the worker that was cautiously approaching now stops dead in its tracks and looks like it's looking to get away. Alright. That's Ash's. Well, do you want to move, Ash, or are you going to stay put?
I'm gonna stay put.
Okay.
Stefan had his magic stones ready, so.
Yep.
I will cast a magic stone at the same one.
Same one. Alright. Go for it.
17. Is that a hit?
Yeah, that's a hit.
Okay, he'll take 9 bludgeoning and 2 fire.
9 bludgeoning and 2 fire.
Yeah.
Okay. It pegs it right in the eye as it screeches in pain. All right. Anything else?
No.
Okay. For some reason, it didn't output the thing at the start of your turn. Bugs to work out. All right. Zaliel.
It'll be a long time before I get 2 actions going around.
DM, real quick question. Did my second level spell go off since we saw an enemy mirror image?
You specifically said if something attacked you,
It attacks you.
but if you
so no.
wanted it to fire, if you wanted it to fire off, if you saw an enemy, then sure, you can mirror image immediately.
Cool. I was just curious, or because I was like, crap, I think I said that wrong, but yeah. Here, I'll recast it. But so if that's going on, I then will, because we still don't see any enemies behind us, right?
No, you can hear burrowing behind you.
Okay. And the ones in front. I'm actually gonna move in front of Ash with the mirror image up, and I'm gonna hold a cantrip, and that's my turn.
Oh,
Let me hit
Which one?
the vicious mockery. Sorry.
Vicious mockery. Okay.
What do you say?
Depends which ant pops up. We'll see what happens.
Do you see anything, Zaliel?
I have dark vision, so I know there's something coming from underground, so I'm just waiting for something to pop up from underground, and boom. Or if something attacks me or my images, because now you see these like 3 jittering Zaliels back and forth around him.
Okay. I actually need to double check to see how far this is. Hide from others, and let's see. Okay.
Is Zorg and Pyre like over 60 feet from me?
No.
Okay, then
We're 25 feet.
I can't see all that. My circle radius.
It's smaller than that.
Is like 4
Can you
foot.
see
Six is, so each square is 5 feet, so you can see them.
Yeah.
5 times 6 is 30. That's 30 feet, so you can see them.
Okay, well, like in my screen, I can only see a hobgoblin.
Hobgoblin? Oh, I didn't
Yeah.
update it, did I? Now that you've got 6 squares. 6 squares.
So you
Update
should
default
have-
token.
You
Boom.
should have 60 feet and dim.
There.
No,
Update
I
for
do,
you?
thank you.
Cool.
Yes, thank you.
Alright.
Technically, I still can't see the ant, so how I hit him, awesome. I'm fucking aiming in the dark.
Sure, you can you can see some sort of glowing pupil, because its eyes glow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only
That's
reason
kind
I
of got
went-
fire in his eyes.
We'll worry about the broken end turn button on that thing later.
It doesn't bug me. At least I get to see what the bugs look like. If I was a Thrycreen in this campaign, I would be highly offended y'all are attacking my people.
You know, the funny thing is, Thrycreen do sometimes keep army ants as pets in this world.
Annoying.
Okay. Ah, the Overseer. Right. Oh yeah, and before I forget, let's turn off the current soundtrack and turn on the Army Ant soundtrack.
I need to turn on the music. I haven't been hearing it.
Bro, that's pretty good.
I thought I had the music on.
just need to do a little bit of scheming. So that one, damn it, that's not the right one. This one should be the right one. Yep. That's got the right range. Yes. Not yet. We'll hold on to that action.
Oh.
And
Dude, the music is so good. I can't believe I've been missing this whole session. And every session.
let's see. Okay. This case, god damn it. In this case, override the cooldown, buff itself. There we go. Of course, I need to remember that. The five appendages that you see on this ant begin to go into motion. They seem to be primed to lash out at things. And it approaches very cautiously. It approaches very cautiously right next to the worker ant. Yeah. Okay. Move on to the next one. That's that. Okay. Is this one the one with the grab? Yes, this one is the one with the grab. Okay. I'm gonna move right up to you guys. I'm not sure if any of you readied an attack before.
I have not.
Okay. And it's going to try to bite you, Pyre, but I'm assuming a 12 does not hit.
No, it does not.
Okay. Its mandibles kind of bounce off your carapace as it's just kind of trying to chew at you. Okay. Skip all of these guys. You. Okay. You are going to do this over here. Alright. End your turn. And you. Alright. Don't tell me you died again. There we go. Alright. And we are gonna move forwards with this guy. He's gonna move 3 squares. And let me see what the range on this thing was. I think I didn't put a range on this thing, but it would be equivalent to its attack range. Oh, okay. Alright. Alright. Let's see if this thing works as intended. See this red box? You do not want to be standing in or around this red box. So
define around, is that within 5 feet?
Inside of it.
Okay.
Inside of it. And this thing... Okay, it's still on top. Let me just make sure to send it to the front so it's on top of you guys. I'm gonna shoot it right in the middle of you guys. Okay. So...
Frankie! No!
You hear... So, the thing... You can hear a whole bunch of liquid beginning to move around. And it's as this bug vomits a giant amount of acid. It goes right over your head, Pyre, Zorg, and Drugel, and Boris, and goes straight towards your guys' square. Okay. Trigger 1, trigger 2. Okay. I'm just going to clone this thing. I'm just going to clone this thing. This is where it is.
It has a huge area of effect for us.
Yeah, it has
Indeed.
a massive area.
Oh, that's something else. Let me just turn the aura off. The
Yeah.
aura is something else.
Ah,
So it's just me, Monica, and the two
Okay.
miners?
Yes. You, Monica, and the two miners. There is some acid on the ground. Each of you make a dexterity saving throw to avoid the initial damage.
Oh, thanks, Dice. It's only important, It's only important times.
you have inspiration.
I do.
That's enough
That might be
to
enough.
avoid it. You take no damage.
Oh. Oh.
Bear in mind that these are
Surprising.
juveniles. These things are a lot deadlier as well. Boris fails.
Not the kid.
Hold on. I need to actually click his thing. Might do it. He doesn't have his division. I think he's got this as his score. That succeeds. And Monica, I don't remember. I'm gonna guess what her dex score is. I'm gonna guess it's this as well. And Monica succeeds. So Mason is the only one that fails. Whoops. I need to hide that AoE because it's on the token layer. Okay, so Mason takes a total of 1d4 damage. 1d4 plus 1. 2 damage. But now that square has acid on it. Those 4 squares. Alright. Pyre, it is your turn.
Alright, I saw that glob of acid sail past me. I have a general idea of what it does, if not exactly. Alright, let me do some measurements. That is perfect. Is there any way to turn that into feet? I don't think so. Oh well.
No, GM has to do it.
It's fine. So 6 squares is 30 feet. That meets the requirements. Alright, I will disengage, move, and as a bonus action do a persuasion check if possible.
Persuasion check.
Yeah.
Tell me what you're doing. Well, tell me what you say. And I guess the general intent if I don't grasp that immediately.
Okay. So the intent... Alright, first I'm going to move him. Not because he actually makes it, but because that's where he's aiming to go. He is still within 30 feet of Zorg. And he is simply monologuing, shield up, weapon deflecting mandibles and claws. He is saying, I am Pyre, son of the Lord of Innovation, and you are not welcome here. Take your hide and leave.
Okay, make your persuasion roll.
Okay. And I
Secret
will go
shaking
ahead
his head in the background. Even dodging acid.
It's perception.
That's a 10. Oh, perception, yay. Is there persuasion? Like, it's perception, performance, persuasion. We can take
What's your
that roll,
modifier?
DM, or I can roll again.
We'll take the roll. We'll change the modifier, though, to whatever
It's
the
lower.
persuasion one is.
So it's
Lower?
below 10. I believe it is a
Okay.
+1, so 8.
They... I mean, you've been hearing chittering, and you still hear chittering. If they are responding to you, you can't understand whatever they're saying.
Oh,
But even
I
then-
talk over them. This is great. We're having an argument, DM. That's my turn.
You take opportunity attacks.
I disengage. They have no opportunity
Okay,
attack
okay.
unless they have Sentinel.
All right.
Are they
Secret.
actively trying to hit me as I move past?
The soldier tried to hit you.
Okay.
Alright, well, I'm gonna do the one thing clerics do good, and I'm going to toll the dead on the one that's already been damaged.
Okay. So we take the one on the right, right?
Yeah, the one on the right is for if they've been damaged. DC 13 wisdom save is needed on their end.
Okay. Give me a second. Boop.
Answer dumb.
And wisdom saving throw. That is a fail. That is a fail.
10 damage. 10 necrotic.
You might die.
And you see the appendages. You see the appendages kind of swirl, and you can see like, what does... I hit it for you. What does Toll the Dead look like in your eyes when you cast it?
I like to imagine it's more like he... Let me double check. Does this have a verbal component? Yeah, it does. So I imagine he, like, says it probably some kind of prayer in Celestial. You know, Father grant me... Father grant... Whatever, Father kill this thing, and then, like, probably some kind of... You know, because I'm a weeb, some kind of snap afterwards, which then probably in the ant's head just hears a bong, like, really loud.
Do we see it visually as well? Do we see, like, a bell literally manifest in the air?
I wouldn't imagine that it's visible. I imagine it's purely audible.
It's purely audible. Okay.
That's how I imagine it.
You can hear the start of the bong, and then it's unusual. It sounds like it's dispersed early as those appendages move around. But you can see that it did do damage. It did do some damage, but it looks like something interfered with it.
Probably Dredge. Huh.
Alright.
Oh well. Keep going, people.
Okay. Anything else you want to do?
Do I do anything else? I don't think so.
Okay.
Nope.
Alright.
Nope.
Alright. I'll click your end turn button. That one moves. Okay. That one would probably take this route, considering. So it's that many feet. So that is a total of that. Okay. You can hear a lot of chittering just around the corner where you guys are facing. Another acid spitter walks into range. I think you guys are not in range for another acid shot. But Pyre is in range for an acid shot. Yes, he is. Okay. And that's a miss. You see a little bit of acid get spit in your direction, Pyre. How do you deflect it? Do you dodge or do you block it with your shield or armor? Because this is a big ball of acid.
Big ball of acid coming at me. How large are these things? Are they the size of horses? Smaller, bigger?
The acid spitters are smaller than that. They're bigger than a dog, smaller than a deer. Around that size.
It's like a pony, so smaller than deer. More. Okay, got it. So, frankly, this is a matter of him simply sidestepping it and leaning back a little bit.
Okay. Alright. And that is its turn. Zorg, smash.
Alright. Zorg is first gonna move.
I should probably add these guys to the turn order as well. Just so I remember them. They don't have the special.
Let's see what's going on. They'll probably kill. I'm gonna reckless attack the ant in front of me. Or the ant right next to me, this worker ant.
Okay.
Don't forget your plus 1d4.
So I get advantage using strength.
And you're flying. Are you flying into a rage?
No.
No. Okay. All right. Make your weapon attack. And weapon attack. All right. That is a hit for 7 damage.
Damn, is that with the 1d4? That's pretty good.
That's
I
with
think that-
that's without the 1d4.
Yeah, that's without the 1d4.
Oh, that's right. You can technically.
Add it.
I guess,
Like, while
yeah.
I do it. Yeah. I'd have
You
to
could-
add it after.
You could.
You can
add
set
that
up a
onto
global
your-
modifier.
Yeah, the global attack modifier.
Oh.
If you
Yep.
give me access to your sheet, I can do it for you.
Yeah, I have it there. I did not realize that I would have to mark it for the check.
Yeah, you have to mark it for it, but then once you do, it automatically adds it.
All
You
right.
might as well just trigger the bless because that's basically what it is.
Yeah, until I actually also bless you on top of that to stack them. I'm waiting for the actual big bad boss fight for that one. Because I need the spell slot to do it.
Bold of you to think that you can take on an army ant nest or an army ant queen.
Bold of me to think I can't. You forget, my strategy is to backseat speed if I need to get the fuck out of there.
But yeah, Zorg, can check the empty box to the left of Bless, and that will automatically roll it whenever you
Whenever
make
I
an attack.
do the attack.
Yeah,
Mhm.
basically. Okay, that should be it for Zorg's turn. I'm gonna click on your end turn.
Click it. Yeah.
Okay. They are not appearing yet, and I'm gonna resolve Drugel's thing. I'm gonna resolve the NPCs because they haven't acted yet. So Drugel is gonna walk forwards. Does he have his thing set up? No. Alright. Drugel does not have his thing set up, but he basically has 20 plus that. Drugel misses. Because this is a fight for survival, everyone's going to be jumping in to attack. And I'm going to probably just keep Frankie right next to Secret, but Boris and Mason are going to help try to kill that ant. And we've got a crit on the old man. Boris crits. The pickaxe for 4 damage.
Crits the pig for 4.
Oh wait, no, another 1d6. Right. Boop. 1d6. Because he'd got a crit. For 6 damage. Well, wait. He should be down to 1. He should be down to 1 HP. Mason, finish him off. Oh, right, and they started off their turns there. They started off their turns in there. The question is... Monica would start on Stefan's turn, so...
Oh, I technically would have started my turn there too. I totally forgot about that because I couldn't see it under the tokens.
Yeah, I didn't see it either. You would have definitely taken
I
some start
would've.
turn damage.
I
So-
would have moved if I had known. That's all right.
Yeah, you can move. I will allow you to move, but you will be taking retroactive start of turn damage.
Oh yeah, because I started my turn there. But so I will move here just to get out of it.
Oh,
what's
and
the
I forgot to
damage?
move the ambushers. 5. I rolled max, so 5 is everyone who started their turn there. So Mason takes 5 damage as well.
I almost wrote minus 50. That would have been bad.
Dude, even I died of that.
Frankie moves forwards. Monica would take a little bit of damage as well. I'm just gonna keep her HP up here. Ba-ba. That and minus 5. Well, that's at the start of Stefan's turn. And moving on. GM roll plus that. That's a hit. And any damage kills this thing. So, all of you swarm the deer-sized worker ant. And everyone just starts beating at it. Zorg slashes it with battle axe in hand. Drugel slashes at it. And the killing blow is when the two miners walk up and just bash both of its eyes in with their pickaxes, as the ant crumples dead to the ground. Alright. And before I forget, I keep forgetting that this thing skips anything that's on GM layer. So these guys have their turn. As you hear burrowing, the burrowing is going past Monica. One of the burrowing. Okay. Okay. Give me a moment to register.
To answer. Whoops. Be right back.
Trap has been registered. Please bear with me, because these things will take some time. And there we go. All right. All right. You don't do anything right now. You also don't do anything right now. Actually, these guys actually do. These do something. I'm gonna reveal them on the map right now. So you can now move forwards. Worker is gonna move forwards. Okay. Soldier moves forwards. All right. Back to the 3 players' turns. Stefan, Ash, and Zaliel.
I can't see the one I originally hit, so I'll aim at the one up above this time.
Up above this time. Okay.
This one.
That one, the spitter. Okay. Make
And
your
it's
attack
coming
roll.
to view. Yeah.
I'm gonna move your familiar because Monica's gonna move right next to
Yeah,
out of the acid.
that's fine. I'm expecting that.
Ooh. Okay.
So it'll, how the hell? Oh, it doesn't take the second part. Yeah. Well, it should, but it's only one on a turn. Yeah. Oh, never mind. It's right. It is a 0 there.
It is a 0 there because it's not a roll.
Well, no, it's only allowed one on its turn.
No, the reason is there because you crit, but things that don't roll a die in 5e don't roll crit dice.
Yeah, well, whatever.
Because that's what it's activating.
Anyway, it's 11 points. Again, 2 of it is fire.
All right. You throw a magic stone. It hits. It's getting ready to spit more acid, and you manage to throw it right into its mouth as you just hear like a pop, and the thing crumples to the ground with acid pouring out onto the floor.
That's the end of my action.
Okay. All right, Asher Zaliel.
Go ahead, Ash.
Alright, can I move forward, or am I stuck behind Monica and Stefan?
You can move past players.
But you're
Bear in
moving
mind
into
that there is
acid.
acid. Yeah.
I can move right next to Frankie. It seems like that spot's good.
Yep, you good. Just bear in mind you're going to be moving right through acid.
Alright, I'll move up
Okay.
that far.
1d4 plus
What?
1. So you take 3 damage. Need any... Okay, there we go. You can move even further if you want. You still have 2 squares of movement, and you can dash to move even further if you want.
I'm gonna stay where I'm at and shoot another shot with my arrow.
Okay.
That short. Oh, property.
You shoot an arrow at its eye. It's a gigantic target. It's very hard to miss, and you see one of its appendages sweep down and swat away your arrow.
Alright.
All right. Anything else you want to do? Or are you gonna stay right there?
I guess, if I can... If I dodge... Can I dodge forward?
You used your action to attack. Cunning
I mean,
action
not
only allows you to
dodge, dash.
disengage. Only allows you to disengage, hide, or dash.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I don't know why I said... I mean, like, I was reading dash, but also dodge at the same time. I was meaning, can I dash forward?
Yes. I mean, you can bonus action dash. You still have 2 squares of movement.
Well, yeah, because technically you have your regular movement you haven't used all the way up either.
Yeah, you have 2 squares of movement, and then if you bonus action dash, you have another 6, so 8 squares of movement from where you are right now.
So, yeah, because you could go here, that would finish your normal movement.
It's what I was thinking at, and I don't know how well that hides me. I'm hoping it hides me if I was.
If you go here, I mean, there's kind of a wall.
Hold up.
It's what I was thinking of, but I mean, like, we are also right there at, like, this general area. Yeah, I know I can be seen. I probably should have stayed where I was at, but
Somebody should
I've
have
already
killed the
decided I
big.
moved, so I
What the?
moved. That's what I was trying to go for,
Oh.
but
What's
I
that doing
aimed
there?
incorrectly.
That looks like for one of the ambush ants, it looks like.
Indeed.
Yep.
Okay, make a dexterity saving throw.
Ooh.
Ash, you just triggered the ambusher as you see 2 appendages just shoot up out of the ground as a purple ant erupts out of the floor.
What did you want me to roll for?
Dexterity saving throw.
You're a rogue, it should be...
Oh
Oof.
God.
Oof. Okay.
Should be decent, you know.
You're gonna take quite a bit of damage, buddy. Unless I roll low. 13.
Ooh.
Is that checking my AC?
No, that's damage you take.
Oh, that's my damage. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's damage
because
you
it
take
was a
because-
save.
Yeah, the saving throw. The saving throw was your check to avoid it.
And he rolled high on that D10.
Yep.
Oh wow. You are not feeling good.
No, senor.
You can You can still use your movement if you want to move around it. You still have a couple feet of movement. You still have a whole 6 squares, I believe.
I'll stay where I'm at.
Okay. Alright. Zaliel, what are you gonna do, buddy?
Oh, seen the big ass purple amp jump up and that guy just changed my plans. Going back 5 feet next to Secret and being like, well, at least I know how we all die.
Speak for
and then-
yourself.
I do.
I have an escape plan.
I will take you with us. And then
I think
I
I'm
will-
twice as fast as you.
I believe that. And still, there's like 3 of me jittering around me, and they're like, I believe that. I believe that. I believe that. With mirror image still going. And that's not concentration. Sweet. Sorry, that's another spell. All right. Cast Dissonant Whispers on the big ass purple ant.
Okay. Wisdom saving throw. Okay. Let me just pull up his stats.
Hope he failed.
That was... what's your save DC? That is a fail.
It is 14.
That is a fail. Roll damage.
All right. 3d6 psychic, and it must immediately use its reaction to move as far as its speeds allow. So away from me. Cool.
Okay. And it doesn't specify that it doesn't trigger attack of opportunity. But it doesn't matter because you killed it.
We killed the ambusher?
Yep.
No, he killed the... Wait, the ambusher?
Yeah.
The ambusher. These things are juveniles and they don't have as much HP as their mature counterparts. Let me just put the X on him.
Let that be a warning to you from the DM.
I thought that
I
was
just
gonna
start
be
whispering.
much harder to kill.
Oh,
They
they
will
would
hit
be.
Well, the Hive Queen
Hit
shows up.
hard.
Secret and Mako would hear me whisper, "Don't you dare harm my friend."
I was gonna rage on
Who
my turn,
does?
but there's like no point now.
And I'm actually going to Bardic Inspiration. Don't worry, Zorg, you'll have your time. And Bardic Inspiration Zorg. Throw that out there.
Okay.
I think it's bonus. Yeah, bonus action. 60 feet.
All right. Anything else?
That'll be it. Oh, sorry. I got it in my turn, don't I?
Don't press that one. Don't press that one.
Oh, I'm sorry. I hit it. Oh, no.
It's probably fine because it might have done in over feedback. Yeah.
Since the last one.
Whoops. Okay.
My bad.
Yeah, whenever I check stats, it's gonna pump out an end my turn button for the NPCs. You don't have authority over that one, but yeah. Secret, Zaliel, Stefan, and Monica, all of you still hear that things are approaching behind you.
No. Let them come.
Well, there's not really much to kill.
Okay.
Be careful what you wish for.
You need to go over here. So you're gonna move right there, and that will be your turn. Got the Swarmer. This one. I'm gonna move you right here. Actually, no. Let's move you back.
I see something coming.
Maybe not. Let's move him over here.
Hmm.
Move him right there.
What is that thing?
It's about
ant?
the size of a... yes, an ant. It's about the size of an ant, and it's got very, very, very long mandibles.